please sign into YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. If you are listening to this podcast on iTunes, please rate and review us. Now enjoy CineTalk with the one and only CineBros.
What's up, Cinemaniacs? We're back with episode number 18. 18. We were just saying how we can't believe it's actually episode 18. So incredible because, I mean, I really thought this probably would have ended about episode 5.
You gave it a 5?
Yeah.
I was going to this. I was going to episode 1 thinking.
Before we even started, we did the test run. It ended.
Yeah.
No, but what CineTalk is where we just get a bunch of movie lovers. We get together and shoot the shit about movies, like the new news that came out, some rumors, trailers, all that kind of stuff. Basically what's coming out over the last couple weeks. But we try and keep it closer within the last 5, maybe 7 days. Yeah. Now, who are these movie lovers? I'm going to pop them up on the screen over here. To my right.
There we go.
To my right.
A lot of right.
Yeah.
To my right. To my right, we have Sir Chadwick Davis, the co-host, as always. He's back.
Back in action.
He was on a little bit of a sabbatical.
Yeah.
Learning how to do
Tibet real quick.
He was trying to get, more in tune with his movie knowledge.
Yeah.
And he was trying to be more like what, Brandon?
Brandon, yeah.
Yeah. He was trying to.
Me and Brandon got beef right now, by the way.
I don't even know the guy. Fuck him.
25th.
Fuck him.
You heard it. Fuck you, Brandon.
I'm with Team Chad. Okay. Fuck it.
Hashtag Team Chad. Trending on Twitter.
Hashtag that.
What's Twitter? Sorry. I'm an old fuck. I don't know shit.
So as you can see, you can follow Chad on Twitter at DJDizzle82.
Yeah.
And we have our other guest today, first time appearance, Wayne Nelson. And it says below there, fuck Twitter, only accepts pen pals.
Yeah. So you write him a note.
Barbie.
Write him a note. He'll
put it on a post-it and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, he used to do pigeon carrier, right?
Wait, when you can. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. As long as my kid's not mailing it, because they don't obviously teach kids how to use the mail. Motherfucker, he don't even know how to take a stamp off. I said, listen, he had to give some thank you cards. So I give him all the addresses. I said, listen, this is the return address, mail them out. Nope, he put all that shit as the return address, his address. I'm like, how the fuck? They're all gonna come back to our house, you dumbass. What do you kids learn in school these days? Obviously not the U.S. fucking mail. But, yeah, no Twitter, no Facebook, no Instagram, no, nothing.
And if you are a pen pal, get your freaking, return address and the regular address.
Yeah, get it right this
straight.
time. Yeah,
right.
Use a forever stamp. Come on.
Please.
What are you son, like 10, 11?
What?
Not.
He's 18!
18!
He's 18!
Doesn't know.
He just fucked it up like, oh my God. No, the U.S. mail, not good. No good. Well, who mails anything except old people like us? It's like,
I get a lot of coupons and stuff in the mail.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you get
You
them,
don't
but
even
you
get
don't
bills
send
in
them
the
out.
mail anymore. You get an email now.
I know.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to be talking about the box office recap, a couple of good rumors that are out there.
No, you can take that fantasy football. Oh yeah, I told you. No, it's gonna be violence today. I'm not kidding.
Particularly some of the rumors that Chad's really excited about. I think Brandon's even going to be really excited about this too. And about Nicktoons. We got some Nicktoons rumors.
There we go.
Zack Snyder talks about Steven Spielberg's comments. And then throw some shade at the MCU. We also have a little NFL talk.
Just a little bit.
Because, start of the NFL season, we have a little NFL talk coming in a little bit later during the trailer section. Yeah. And also, we have a lot more to talk about. So we're going to take a little break, as always, in the middle of the show, right before 30-second thoughts, for just a little air, get a little air. It's a little,
Do we have any advertisement yet?
Do we have any advertisement?
No,
I don't know.
no.
You're the marketing genius, so
Wow.
come on, get on that.
I got nothing.
No. Great. So we don't have any advertisement yet. But we do have a little break then. And then, but before that, the first thing that we're going to start off with today is...
Fuck, marry, kill.
We're going to do Fuck, Marry, Kill.
I don't know.
And that is where we're going to get Wayne's 3 favorite movies and we're gonna play Fuck, Marry, Kill, and I will explain the rules. You kill the movie off, it is no longer in existence. Like, you can never watch it ever again. You fuck it, you get a 1 weekend splurge with this movie. You can pop it in the DVD player for 1 weekend only, and the marry is where it is in your DVD player on repeat for life. So only time you get to take it out is that 1 weekend you decide to fuck another movie.
You guys are fucked up. This is tough, man.
I told you in the car, you can break it down however you want to break it down.
I'm gonna break it down in a little different categories for my favorite movies. 1, The Godfather.
Yep.
Okay. 2.
You know, I'm just gonna say this real quick. I was in the shower today. We must have had a mental
really
connection when I was in the
know
shower.
what you're thinking as you're in the shower.
I didn't even know you were thinking about you,
man.
So I was thinking about you in the shower today, I was like, you know what? He's a little older than I am, and I hope that he picks The Godfather because The Godfather is just an amazing movie.
You have to.
So I'm glad. So that's what I.
Now, is that another one that this dumbass has never watched?
That's definitely my favorite movie of all time.
So, for serious movies and everything, definitely Godfather. For sci-fi, which I'm a big sci-fi guy, Empire Strikes Back. Huge Star Wars fan. And if you want to go into the superheroes, I'm going to do The Dark Knight.
Ooh.
Okay, for my 3,
that's 3 heavy hitters right there.
Well, you said my 3 favorite movies.
I like it.
And this jackass hasn't watched 2 of them.
No, I saw Dark Knight.
You did?
He fell asleep.
I fell asleep, but I watched it.
How did you fall asleep? Oh my God, Heath Ledger, amazing. Come on.
Won an Academy Award.
When he was first casted as the Joker, I was like, what? Not him.
It seems like everybody says that now.
And I'm pretty sure, was that after Brokeback Mountain or before?
That was before, wasn't it?
It was after.
It was after?
Yeah.
After Brokeback Mountain, which never watched.
Brokeback Mountain. For you guys don't get that reference, it's Brokeback Mountain.
But hey, you said it was no filter, right? No filter.
No filter.
But no, those would be my, different categories, definitely, but those would be my 3 favorite movies.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so now you have to kill one of those bad boys off.
Never going to be able to watch this movie ever again.
Never. So you better have watched it a lot and have it imprinted in your mind.
I watched them all. Oh, man, people would freaking crucify me for this. Only because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. It would have to be The Godfather. I'd have to knock The Godfather off.
Wow.
First.
All right.
One of the greatest movies ever.
Yep.
But I'm a Star Wars fan, so it'd have to be The Godfather.
All right.
I'd have to kill that off first.
Okay. All right. Killing off The Godfather.
Killing off The Godfather.
All right. So now.
But don't forget, they made a lousy number 3. So I mean.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that. It was still nominated for Best Picture.
Well,
but.
it was. And whose daughter was in that? Was like the worst actress ever. Godfather 3. She was the chick that died in the end.
You're talking about
Coppola's daughter.
Yeah,
niece
I can't remember.
something.
It was his daughter. Yeah, I can't remember what her first name is either. Sophia
Coppola. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she was horrible.
Yeah, awful. Awful.
That's actually what made the movie kind of. She didn't have the biggest role in the world, but it made the movie bad.
Man.
Yeah, it did.
The first 2 were fucking
amazing.
great, though.
Yeah.
Both of them. Amazing.
We are going to kill off The Godfather. And you are going to have a good. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go with marry. I'm going to go. What are you going to marry? What are you going to have that DVD player forever?
First off, I've been married 3 fucking times. So obviously,
there's no divorce in this. There's no divorce.
Oh, fuck.
You can't get an annulment. No divorces.
Shit.
No texting Chad later. Tell Shane to fucking put this one in there. That's my marry.
Okay. Well. So this is the one forever?
Yeah.
Forever.
Okay.
Forever.
It'll be Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, all
Empire
right.
Strikes Back.
And then you're going to have a weekend splurge fest with
Dark Knight.
You know my motivation, given my reputation. Please excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but tonight I'm fucking you.
Yeah,
Dark Knight.
all right.
Little Batman for one
would be
weekend.
my... Yep.
All right.
Nice.
I like that. This
is probably actually one of the toughest ones that we've had.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I know which one I'm going to kill off right away.
Yeah.
But just due to the fact of the tone and the movie itself.
All right, so
but
we'll let you go first this time because I always go second.
all right.
So we're gonna let you go first. Which one are you gonna kill off?
I'm going to kill off The Godfather as well. I'm actually going to be right in line with Wayne because I love The Godfather. I actually have a poster in my closet over here, and I had it forever, but over time it kind of like lost the stickiness to the actual matting, so it doesn't look as good anymore. But I love that movie so much. I've probably only seen it. I mean, it's a long ass movie. I've probably only seen it maybe a half a dozen times in my life. I actually owned it on VHS. I owned it on DVD. I have it on Vudu now. So I watch it every couple of years because, like with these kind of movies, I like to just take a break and forget some of it. So this way, when I watch it again, I can relive that emotion for the first time again.
Put it this way, you know when you love a movie is when you will watch it on regular TV with commercials and not care. And Godfather, they'll do marathons, and I've done that with The Godfather. It's like, when you're going to watch it with commercials.
That's actually a pretty good way of rating a movie. Yeah. Because Dodgeball comes on TV, I have to watch it.
Yeah.
I have to watch it, even if it's on TV with commercials. Like, well, I just have to watch it.
On most holiday weekends, one of the TV shows, channels, they'll do a Star Wars marathon. And I will watch it. I will watch it with commercials. Yeah, it's like,
I mean, Star Wars, and that's where I'm going to go with the Mary. Is I would put Empire Strikes Back. Because it's not my favorite Star Wars movie. I actually love the Return of the Jedi. That's my favorite one. But all three of them are amazing. And if you put any three of those movies in this particular section for the Mary against the Dark Knight, which is my favorite superhero movie of all time, I would still put those because it just has a lighter tone. Like, there is some fun involved, whereas in The Dark Knight, it is dark. It is just strictly dark. And like The Godfather, it's one of those movies that I could watch. I could probably watch over and over again, but it's one of the, I just can't. I don't want to because I like to, I don't want to have to like pick apart those kind of movies. I like to just sit there and watch it, like I said, like every few years. Watch it for the first time, kind of get that emotion back, that like, oh my God, I forgot about that scene, how powerful it was, and all that kind of stuff. And I just like doing that because, you know, with any movie under the sun, you could watch it over and over and over and over again. You could start to pick it apart if you really wanted to.
Any movie,
you could start finding things that you don't like, and that's one of my main reasons. Like, my favorite movie of all time is Braveheart, and it's one of those movies that I only watch once every like 2-3 years. Because I know I could start picking it apart. I know it's not like based on the true story at all. It's like one of the most non-factual movies of all time, but it's so amazing. So I only watch it every couple of years. And that's the same thing with The Dark Knight. I've only actually seen The Dark Knight about 3 times.
Oh, God.
I saw it once in IMAX and twice on DVD. Once on Blu-ray and once on Vudu. And I only watch that every couple of years because of the same reason. I want to... I want to love everything about this movie as much as possible. Even though Bale isn't my favorite Batman, I like his performance as the yin and yang to Joker. Now, if I'm gonna fuck one, have a good one, it has to be The Dark Knight because I want to be able to watch that again. And having a good weekend with that movie would be awesome. So that's the way that I would go. I have a feeling you're gonna go a little different route.
I'm going completely opposite of you guys here.
Well, that's not a shocker.
My kill is gonna be Batman, Dark Knight.
Whoa, no!
I obviously didn't.
You can't kill The Dark Knight.
Come on, man.
I obviously didn't like it that much. I fell asleep.
You fell asleep
at the IMAX theater at that, and
I don't know how anybody can sleep at the IMAX theater.
I've never even been to one. We're supposed to go see Star Wars.
Yeah.
Force Awakens.
Nice.
First time
going to the IMAX
first
theater.
time in IMAX.
Oh, you're gonna be blown away.
I hope so.
Once they go on sale, I'll be picking those up. I think we probably got 8 people going. So
good.
We'll be doing that. But I'm gonna kill off The Dark Knight.
Wow.
I'm marrying The Godfather because it's one of those movies I can watch over and over again. I have the 3. It actually comes with 4 DVDs in it. It has. We got
some work.
We got background. We got background today.
Under construction.
But The Godfather, I got the box set. And it has 4 DVDs, and it has the 3 Godfathers, and then it has like a special commentary, like I want to say it's like 4 hours of just like explaining all the movies, and I sat down and watched that. Like,
so do you actually like the third Godfather movie?
No.
You don't?
No.
And what's your reasoning? Just because it's not on the same...
the watchability of it wasn't great for me.
Mm-hmm.
I rate... like, the way I look at a movie is kind of like what he said, is like, I look at the rewatchability of a movie. And that movie, I watched it, and I've probably only seen it twice. But I've seen Godfather probably 20 times.
Right.
I go from The Godfather to Godfather 2, and I usually watch them back to back, and then I just forget about Godfather 3.
Now, granted, Godfather 3 did have a great line when he's going, they pull you back in. It's like you try to get, and they just pull you back in.
They use
and
that
I think he had a stroke
or
heart attack, and that was a great line. But that was about the only thing from that movie.
And then because I do want to watch Star Wars, I already told you a million times I've purchased them, and I'm ready to watch them. I just gotta find the time to watch them.
Find the time.
I want to whack
un-American. Right
I want to whack these movies out.
You want to whack? What is wrong with you?
Well, see, this is my biggest thing right now. I've been researching the best way to watch these movies, if you've never seen them. In what order to watch these movies. And I've heard of different orders. I've heard people tell me don't watch episode 1 at all because there's nothing in episode
Menace?
1. And episode
the
1,
original, not the original, but
the actual episode 1.
The prequels.
Don't watch it because there's nothing in there really.
It's fluff. There's some fluff.
Is
definitely
in that movie that really contains to the other 5. Like,
I know.
I don't know. I've never seen them, so I can't tell you. That's what I'm asking you guys right now. What do you think the best? I'll go with you first. What do you think the best order to watch? Is it release date, or is it just episode 1 to episode 6?
In my honest opinion, I think you should do it 1 through 6. But if you're gonna really dive in, this is how I always tell people to watch the whole series, and they do get better. I mean, the only problem is the 1, 2, 3 are not that good of movies. They're just not that good of movies. But if you're really just going to try and, dive in and really go into this series, I think that in order to get it in true theatrical sense, you actually have to watch some stuff on Netflix as well. So you start with 1. You go from Phantom Menace into the Attack of the Clones. And after the Attack of the Clones, then you watch the whole Clone Wars Netflix series.
Well, okay.
And then after that, then you go into episode 3, which is Revenge of the Sith, and then 4, 5, 6, which are the classics. If you just want to watch good movies and not actually go along with the whole saga, then just watch 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6, yeah.
All right, so this is like I said, I've been doing research, and this order keeps on popping up. This order I'm about to tell you. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. They say that's the best order to watch it in if you've never seen them. I don't know why, but I've seen it pop up more than once, and that's the order that a lot of people are saying to watch it. I mean, there's no like real. They explain it and why you should do it, but I'm not gonna go over that right now. But that's what I've been told to watch it in that order.
All right.
But I might just watch it from 1 to 6. I mean, this seems pretty.
The only problem with 1, 2, and 3 is that I could see you falling asleep because there are some.
He's gonna fall asleep during one, definitely.
There's some moments during those movies that are pretty boring.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some other moments like isn't the Phantom Menace with Darth Maul?
Yes.
And that's where you get that's a great lightsaber battle.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's phenomenal with Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, and that is just an awesome scene. But you can watch that on YouTube if you really don't want to like have to go there. But you could. I could see you getting discouraged by the second movie.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna get through it.
So maybe this order 4, 4, and 5 hit it off with 4 and 5, and then go back to 1.
5, Empire Strikes Back is the most. That's most people's #1 favorite movie of all time. Second in line with that is usually Return of the Jedi. Star Wars is in there as well, but people really just love
Star Wars
those 4,
is
5,
6, right?
What's that?
No,
Star Wars
is
4.
4.
And then it goes Empire Strikes Back to Return of the Jedi.
And the thing for Star
Return of the
Wars,
Jedi is number 6.
yeah. And the thing for Star Wars, and I picked Empire Strikes Back, but when Star Wars came out, A New Hope came out in 1977, I was, 9 years old. At that point in time, that was so amazing to watch that on a big screen. It was like there was nothing before like that.
Yeah.
And all kids around, it's like you wanted to be Han, you wanted to be Luke, but it was just the first, he went to depths that no other movie did at the time. And it just, you were hooked in. Back then, we would go see movies 12, 13 times at the theater. Okay,
Right.
there was no
Yeah.
DVD release. Oh, because there was no DVDs.
Yeah.
Okay, there wasn't even VHS releases because there was no VHS.
Betamax.
So-
Betamax.
Yeah. And then they had some big disc too. I forget what that was
Laserdisc.
called. Laserdisc.
Laserdisc.
But A New Hope, episode 4, was just amazing because it hooked you in, and it was nothing like it.
You see
was nothing
photos
like-
from back in the day where people are lined around blocks.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I
To go see
waited.
those movies.
I think
waited.
there's no other time than this time right now. I know this is taking a long time, but you brought some gifts today. Not
yeah.
gifts,
Oh,
but
yeah.
something that he thought that you would like to see.
You might like. You might like.
These are the originals.
These are the originals from when I was a kid.
Wow.
I got
I did-
I'm
this.
gonna have to get you a close up here.
Now some of them are gonna fall out. But
Holy shit.
yep,
Yeah.
we got Boba Fett. These are all the originals from when, like, oh, by the way, how many years ago? All of them. We got Han.
Oh, you can't forget about this guy right here.
Lando.
Darth.
Chewbacca, Lando,
Yep, we got all of them.
Ben Kenobi.
Let's see, what did they used to have for lightsabers? His is broken. Where's Obi-Wan's? This was technology back then. It was a little piece of plastic. It goes out. That's his lightsaber now. The little tip broke. That's his. Look at this. This is a piece of plastic that's wrapped around him. Okay. How the fuck did this not disintegrate over the years, the decades? But all of it, it's like.
Snow Trooper's pretty sweet. They actually have some cool new ones that are coming out soon
It's
too.
looking
but-
good. But yeah, I brought this. He said I could bring a little prop and whatnot. But yeah,
That's cool.
These things. Well, from the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, that's
So-
some badass shit.
So John, this is related to Star Wars also. John Tafferty, Bar Rescue. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen that
Yeah,
show?
yeah.
He was on The Nerdist last week.
Yep.
And Chris Hardwick was talking about how they wanted to set up a before this interview even took place. They wanted to try to set up like a short film where John Tafferty actually came in to the. I guess there's a bar, like you said, the green guy.
Yep.
There's a bar in Star Wars.
Yeah.
They wanted John Tafferty to come into that bar
Oh, yeah.
and set it all up where he actually goes in there and like. Does the whole bar rescue inside the Star Wars bar or whatever, wherever it was or
The
anything.
most Isley Cantina.
And he was he was totally in for it
Yep.
too, but I guess they had sold all the props and everything that they
Yeah,
had bought and
wow.
everything. But yeah, I thought that would have been pretty funny to
That's funny.
actually watch.
That is cool.
All right, so we got to get on to the
Yes,
next
we are going to
topic.
move on to the next segment. The next segment is
New news.
We get a little guy back there. We get a little midget back there, like saying that.
Okay.
And the first thing we're going to talk about here is we always start off with the box office recap, and it's just basically going over what we saw from the box office this past weekend. I do a little, predictions, a little forecast, as I like to say. Every Thursday or Friday, I'll come out and give what I think they're going to do, what they're going to finish in the top 5. As of right now, I'm 3 out of 5, but number 1 and number 2 are so close.
Yeah,
that
they
could
are close.
change
Yeah.
when the actuals come out. But the box office recap, and then I'll read off the top 5. And then we'll talk about. We can go up to the top 10.
Yeah.
And
Or me.
we get about
Bottom.
we get about 7 minutes. We get about 7 minutes to talk about this, and then we'll move on to the next topic. All right, so let's read up the top 5 here. The Perfect Guy so far has finished in the top slot at 26.7 million. The Visit, the M. Night Shyamalan movie, has come out with 25.7 million. War Room, 7.4 million in the third slot, which is still doing amazing. And
Yeah.
it hasn't gotten good
No.
ratings. It's
I haven't heard anything about it.
It really just focuses in on
It's a
that-
religious movie.
Yeah.
It's one of that target
That's all I heard
audience,
about it.
and that target audience is just loving it.
Yeah.
So 7.4 million for that. A Walk in the Woods is even doing better than I thought it would,
Yeah.
which is 4.6 mil. and Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise
Still hanging in there.
Still hanging in the top
Literally
five.
hanging in there
he's
from the plane,
Yeah,
yo.
hanging in there at $4.15 million. So that's the top 5 here so far. So do we have any big surprises here? I mean,
I think number one is a big surprise.
I think that's a huge surprise because I think nobody was I tracked this, I think on the higher end, and I thought it was going to make like between 18, 19 million dollars. So I possibly could break 20, possibly, maybe like on a great weekend or something. And it actually finished in the top slot at 26.7, which is outrageous because even the one with what's his face, the guy that You Don't Want to Be Bond, Idris Elba.
Oh yeah,
the one that came out last year with him. That's a similar similar type of movie. It's more. It's kind of. I want to say for that urban crowd. I mean, I don't really like calling it that because that is the demographic they're going for. And this movie did even better, but the trailers didn't look as good. So
I thought they looked good.
I thought the trailers for.
I thought they did.
I didn't really. I thought they looked okay.
And well, I like the guy from The Following because he was a psychopath in that too. So when I saw him in there, and then that one scene where he's under the bed, I was like, oh damn, that's messed up. So
he looked like he played a really good role in it, and I'm actually probably gonna go see it. I didn't say it, but I might go see it today actually before I go see.
Oh really?
The Hive.
Perfect Guy? Oh, wow.
I really want to go check it out. I mean, because I'm going to see The Visit tomorrow. I think with you, right?
Maybe,
at 11
there's
o'clock
a very good chance that we were going to go see The Visitor. It's
we
something
gotta
that I really want to see.
We got to go during the day because he doesn't do horror movies. So when he walks out, it's got to be bright and sunny.
That's not the reason why. It's like my only time to go see it.
It looks creepy. The Visit looks real creepy. I don't do horror movies
or as Brian calls it, bad grandma.
Bad grandma.
Bad grandma.
So we will try and go see that. But I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked that The Perfect Guy did so well, and The Visit even did better than I thought it was going to do. I mean, I had tracked that around 21 mil.
Yeah.
And it did. It almost did 26. I mean, this was a good movie. I mean, they didn't have a lot of competition.
But and The Perfect Guy is in 800 less theaters.
I know.
That's the amazing. It did $12,000 per theater. Like that's crazy.
I know. I'm just blown away with that. That and War Room with that's still.
It only had a 22% drop. And it's crazy.
The movie. I'm gonna click on it right now. The movie had a $3 million production budget. And it has made $40 million already.
Yeah.
The War Room?
The War Room,
Wow.
The religious movie,
almost
The War
40
Room.
million, yep.
And that, I'm sure none of that movie is going to any kind of religious funds. But
no, absolutely not. No.
It's going to the bank.
But it is making some serious bank. I mean, that's amazing. The thing I'm most happy about
I know what you're going to say right now.
You probably don't. Is that Mission Impossible
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Has broke the $600 million mark this week. So I am so stoked about that because I can't wait for the next one to come out. They've already announced that they're going to make another one. They're going to make another Edge of Tomorrow, which is nice, and they're going to make another Jack Reacher movie, which is awesome.
Tom Cruise everywhere.
Yeah,
Jack Reacher was awful.
Oh, I liked it.
Now, Edge of Tomorrow, I thought that got a bum rap. When I saw that, I enjoyed Edge of Tomorrow.
Well, Edge of Tomorrow
came out with some teenage girly movie that weekend, and they got
Fault of Our Stars.
Oh, Jesus.
Fault in Our Stars, yeah. So I remember going to the theater to see it opening weekend. And there's a guy that I follow, a critic that I follow. His name's Scott Mantz, and he's on.
Think of him
in the shower,
yeah. No, I haven't thought about him in the shower yet. It's only a matter of time. It's really only a matter of time. So I had reached out because I had saw his review for Edge of Tomorrow because I had seen all the trailers and the trailers looked terrible, and I had saw his review. I read it. I was like blown away. I was like, really? It's that damn good. And he actually responded to me and he was like, yeah, you got to go see this. He's like, this is one of those movies that was just marketed terribly. Go watch the movie. I went to the theater. It was me, my brother, and 4 other people in the theater. There was a line around the theater for Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah.
Went into the movie. Was like, I walked out, I was like, holy crap. Oh, everybody's walking on Fault in Our Stars. And I'm like, yeah, Tom Cruise, baby, Emily Blunt, let's do this.
Emily Blunt was hot.
That was so fucking awesome. I couldn't believe that movie did so poorly to start off, but the word of mouth caught up.
Yeah.
And it eventually ended up making some pretty good money at the box office. Didn't do great, but I mean, and then they even screwed it up when they moved it to DVD. They brought it out for Blu-ray and they changed the name. They went from Edge of Tomorrow to Live Die Repeat.
Live, Die, Repeat. Yeah.
And
I didn't see that at all.
The book,
Live, Die, Repeat.
The
yeah.
book is actually called All You Need Is Kill. So they started off, they changed the name from All You Need Is Kill to Edge of Tomorrow, and then they took the Edge of Tomorrow name and then changed it when they were gonna. So it's like, if you wanted the movie, you really had to try to look for it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
yeah.
I just couldn't get it.
That part of it.
Yeah, that was the biggest, like, worst marketing campaign for any kind of movie, because the trailers sold you as kind of like a similar movie to like Oblivion that came out the year before, and then on top of that, so you got this kind of movie where you're kind of like, they didn't give you any of the comedy in it whatsoever, and it was a funny movie.
Yeah, it had a lot of good scenes.
And then on top of that, you get it later on where they just change the name all the time instead of just keeping consistent, you know, and it's just dumb. But
seriously, Jack Reacher, he likes that one too.
I do. I'm
He's a big
fan.
Tom Cruise fan.
I guess so.
I enjoy his job on the.
I couldn't
on
believe
screen.
when they said they were gonna have a sequel to that. I was like, really?
Yeah, they started filming in what, a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I only got two things to say about the list here.
What's
you know,
that?
I like to go down deeper.
Yeah, you like to dig deep
I like to go deep.
I don't want
into the bowels of the box office.
I want to know why 676 theaters still have Fantastic
Jesus.
Four playing.
Because they're trying to keep it so that I can actually go see it in the theater.
The other 460 that dropped it this week are the smart ones, by the way. And one quick mention of Sleeping with Other People. I think that's going to be a really good comedy. It's only in 5 theaters right now.
It'll come out.
Have a limited release this week. But Jason Sudeikis and Adam Scott, and it looks like it's going to be really funny. And I think we did the review on the trailer, I think.
Did we?
One time, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Maybe about a
yeah,
month
that does
or two.
look good.
Yeah.
I'm just bummed that The Man from U.N.C.L.E. isn't doing well. That movie is going to be a bomb.
I heard
it's
hit or miss with that one, man. I've been hearing people saying it was good, and some people just. I've never heard anybody say it was great.
I did. I thought it was great.
okay.
I thought it might be even better than Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. They definitely had a car chase scene in there. Like, it was a car chase, motorcycle kind of chase scene in there. And this isn't really spoiling anything. I'm just going to kind of give you an idea how they shot it. In this movie, it is one of the most creative ways I've seen a car chase scene done. It's almost like they used like a video drone in this movie. And they had it where they had a sky high overshot of all the because it was a 3-way chase. So you had like one car, another car, and another car, and they were all on different levels of a mountain. So they were up top, and you could see all 3 of them, and then they would quickly zoom in on one of the thing, and you'd see them going like crazy. They'd zoom back out, zoom in on another one. You'd see them, and it come back up. I thought it was a really creatively well done shot, and it took the chase scene kind of to another level. Whereas like the chase scene that you got in Rogue Nation was really fun, really action packed, but it was more of that shaky cam kind of style. Wasn't brutally shaky cam, but it was like kind of like that shaky cam, like all over the place a little bit, and it was still a cool scene, but not as cool as this. Like, this was just, I thought, a different way to shoot a chase scene, and I really enjoyed it. But the movie's really funny.
My biggest problem is I'm not a big spy movie fan, and with Kingsman being the last one, I think I got my fix for a while.
Kingsman was awesome.
Oh,
you didn't like it?
You're one of the first people I've ever heard to say that. And seriously,
You liked Kingsman?
I loved it.
I loved Kingsman.
Loved it. Everybody we went with loved
It's like
it.
everything that I wanted out of a Bond movie over the
Yeah, it
last
was like
5
it was
years.
so fucking good. Yeah,
We're talking about the same one, the Secret Service, Kingsman.
Yeah.
that was so good.
Oh my God, it was awful.
Oh man.
Well, we're getting a
It was-
sequel.
It was,
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did really well.
That
in the
movie
vi- in
did
the-
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not like it at
Yeah.
all.
All right. Well, we're going to move on here. Move on to the next one. The next little topic here is some rumor-tastic news, which we have that Chad sent over to me later last week.
Yep.
Is it about Anna?
No.
No, not about
not
Anna
about
Kendrick.
this time.
No. So we have the tracking board, which isn't the most reliable source.
Yeah.
Said that Paramount Pictures is planning to make an animated/live action crossover movie with a lot of the Nicktoons characters from the 90s. So you're talking like Doug, Rocko's Modern Life, the Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, all that stuff. They're planning on making, So there's gonna be a live action crossover. I think I'm assuming that it's gonna be somewhere in the kind of like Lego movie where it'll be mostly animated, but you'll have some sort of little crossover at some point. Hey Arnold, is he gonna be in it?
I don't know. Is he listed?
I don't know.
No, he's not listed, but he could be. The one thing I'm a little upset about is Doug was one of my favorite cartoons growing up in that Nicktoon era.
Yeah.
And it probably won't be included only because it's Disney now. It's
is
converted
it?
over to ABC. Remember when they took the show over to ABC and then they came out with the Doug movie? So
well, I know that what I read is that Paramount is trying to secure all the rights to these movies. They don't have them all, but so they're trying to secure all the rights to these movies. So there is a chance they could.
It's gonna be tough, I think.
They may have to use. They might have to do a little, some shit, throw a little money towards, box office money, because I mean that. I don't think that Disney has any plans to make a Doug movie anytime soon.
I don't
so this
think
could be
so
a
either.
way to kind of still make some money and they can still keep the TV rights and all that kind of stuff, but they just get to be able to use him as like almost like not a cameo, but be able to use him a little bit in the movie. So I'll start off with this real quick, and I'm all for this because for one, it involves Rocko's Modern Life, which is a show that I really liked with because I have a young sibling. I have siblings that are 11 years younger than me. And this was right around their time where they were like Rugrats and all that kind of stuff. My brother was more into X-Men's, which was awesome for me, and all that kind of stuff. But they also watched this stuff because, I mean, you're talking this stuff from the 90s. That's like prime time. You're talking 5 years old. They're going to be watching these
Rugrats,
shows. And I remember watching Rocko's Modern Life, and there was this cow or something on there that would go. No, there's like this side character. And it would go, how dare you?
How dare you?
like because he would, Rocko would always get caught like behind her butt or something like that and accidentally touch it, and she'd go, how dare you? And I used to always like mimic it all the time. I had like, there was a point where I was saying that like to my siblings all the time, and I really want to see that, but I also want to see Doug. I mean, that was like my favorite show out of all of those shows.
Mine too.
Because they have Quail Man. I mean, that is like, they just bring it into the superhero realm, which is awesome. But my favorite, my least favorite part about this news is I don't really care if I get this. I don't really care about the Rugrats. I never really liked that.
Yeah, I did.
And all that kind of stuff. What I want is an Animaniacs movie. I want an Animaniacs movie with like, Katie Go Boom and the Good Feathers and Pinky and the Brain and all that stuff. I want to see that movie. I'm not really like itching to go see this movie, but I'll go see it because it'll bring back some good memories. But what do you think? I mean, this is news that you want to talk about.
Even if this movie gets made, it won't be released in the theaters, I don't think.
You don't think so?
No,
you think it's a DVD release?
So. I think it's a DVD release, maybe VOD. I'm excited because Mary Parent, who is the producer of
it'd be weird
SpongeBob.
It'd be weird to purchase all the rights to these movies and I'll make a DVD.
I just don't think. I don't think it would do well enough in the theaters to. It's kind of like a small group. Like
I don't know. There's a lot of mid 20 somethings that are going to be into that movie.
I mean, I grew up on it, and I'm 33. How many 33-year-olds besides you is going to go and watch
all the 33-year-olds that have kids?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a tough sell.
I'd probably take my son to go see it.
I think
he's 7.
You would let him watch Ren and Stimpy?
Because they're going to make it PG though. I mean, they're not going to.
Yeah, but PG. Ren and Stimpy was rated like they didn't have rating systems back then.
That's more adult. I mean,
but kids watched it, right? But it was. I
remember watching that when I was like 11 or 12. I don't.
It was acceptable to watch it back then. Nowadays, it's like. No,
I think they'll tone them back a little. They'll still make them goofy and rude.
I never thought there was anything wrong with Ren and Stimpy. It was just a gross movie. It was nothing like really like over the top gross, but it was like I don't know. I feel different about Ren and Stimpy than other people. I think just because I grew up on it and it didn't mess me up any. I mean, I'm pretty.
Well, yeah,
I'm a
you're
pretty.
not
You're about the most normal person
I'm
I
a pretty
know.
fucking normal person. So,
yeah.
but what, the most excited I would be is to see a Ren and Stimpy Angry Beavers coming together.
Yeah.
And
I remember I
and
vaguely remember the Angry Beavers. But that's because all your beaver trapping and
I mean,
Maine.
we grew up with beavers
Catch
in
and
Maine,
release.
so it was
Catch
like
and release.
it was like looking out the window. We had angry beavers in the backyard. I mean,
rituals.
but yeah, I'm all aboard on this. Like I said, Mary Parent, who produced the SpongeBob movies, she's on board allegedly. So I mean, and she knows how to do she's been involved with that hybrid SpongeBob, hybrid kind of movie, where they had live action and animation coming together.
Right.
And I'm just interested to see what's going to be the live action. Is the Rugrats going to be the live action? And then
I would have to imagine they're going to do some kind of crossover, like they did with the SpongeBob movie with Antonio Banderas or something like that. Like
Hasselhoff.
And like Hasselhoff and stuff like that. Like they'll have like some kind of crossover like that. I mean, do you have any love for this movie?
is way
at all?
after your time.
You've got shots of me deer in the headlights. I have no fucking clue what you guys are talking about.
What?
I'm like, huh? I recognize Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard that before, but I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
All right, so real quick right now, just make this real short. Growing up, what cartoon
Tom
did you
and
watch?
Jerry.
But what cartoon?
Bugs Bunny.
What two cartoons would you like to see come together and form a movie now? Like, just any random two.
You do
cartoons.
realize I've drank a lot in my life. My memory's kind of shot.
I mean, would you like to see a Bugs Bunny and? I mean, Bugs
don't
Bunny
know.
has
I mean,
come together with.
just-
I'll give this an extra minute.
Justice
I'm gonna throw
League of
another minute on
America was
this.
my favorite when I was a kid.
Would you like to see them and Bugs Bunny come together?
Probably not.
In a
no, there's
universe
no
somewhere?
no sense at all in doing that. Okay, Bugs Bunny.
But
Tom
maybe
and
like
Jerry,
Bugs Bunny and Tom Jerry.
Elmer Fudd.
Maybe Bugs Bunny, Tom Jerry.
Okay.
Maybe Huckleberry Hound. I mean,
Okay, I can see.
you know,
something like that.
Yogi Bear, Yogi Bear, and,
Yogi.
Yeah, I mean,
boo-boo.
Hanna-Barbera and the Looney Tunes.
Yep.
and
crossover?
coming
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, see, there was no Cartoon Network when I was a kid. You had Saturday morning.
Maybe a little
That's it.
Scooby Doo and
Scooby Dooby Doo.
Yeah, Scooby Doo. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean,
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
that's like comparing, but that's like comparing
That's
the
how-
two right there.
okay,
Yeah, because I
'cause-
grew up on these. I mean, I was in the 12 to 15-year age group, and Ren and Stimpy was right in that.
Wait, Mom
around-
said Barney was your favorite.
I watched Barney a little bit.
Mom said, yeah.
I did.
The bowling alley. Chad's favorite was
Yeah.
Barney.
I watched it a little bit.
Yeah.
I love you. You love me. Wow, that just
We're
we just
a happy family.
So you said
Do you want me to
this
give
is
you a great big hug?
Big hug and a kiss from me to you.
You said
Won't
this was
you
18,
say
right?
you love me
18th
too?
and final episode ever of Cinebros. Somehow I'm gonna get blamed for this shit. Yeah, well, that Wayne dude came in and
Brandon is jealous
fuck.
right now because he wanted to sing that with me.
wow, wow, off the rails.
Off the rails on that. Next topic, please.
Yes, the next topic here is recent news surfaced that Universal has given up the rights to King Kong / the Skull Island movie. And it's already in production, it's already being filmed and everything like that, and they handed them over to Warner Brothers. The good news, well, this likely means that we're going to get a Godzilla vs. King Kong movie.
Well, that wouldn't be bad.
So what are your thoughts on this news, and are you excited for the possibility of this crossover? I'm going to start off with Wayne on this one.
That would be excellent. Granted, I've lived through I don't know how many remakes of King Kong.
Yeah.
Okay, and at least they got Godzilla right this last time, which I thought was a phenomenal movie. That would be something to see, without a doubt. To see King Kong against Godzilla finally and done right,
Yeah.
that'd be amazing.
Did you like Peter Jackson's King Kong that came out like 10 years ago?
It was okay. You know, that was the one with who was
Jack
the
Black,
blonde?
right?
Jack Black
Yeah.
and Naomi Watts.
That was
and-
good.
So
you know,
if now I don't know when the last time you saw that movie.
a long time.
So
ago.
it's been a while.
It's been a while.
There's like about a 45-minute intro scene. If you cut that whole part of the movie out and then watch it from there on,
Yeah.
the movie is phenomenal.
Yep.
I mean, I like that movie. I actually
good.
like the movie. I don't mind the intro to it and everything like that. But I did just fast forward it through them basically getting to the island
Yeah.
and just started it at
'Cause it
them
was all
at
fluff.
getting to the island. And when you start at getting to the island and go, it's like go, 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 go. Lots of good story. Fight like that scene with King Kong fighting the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was so cool. And so I am like so incredibly stoked about this because I cannot wait to see King Kong go up against. I mean, we got it old school. We got the old school version. But I can't wait to see King Kong go up against Godzilla. The biggest problem with this is Godzilla's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Then King Kong, they're gonna have to do something. Like they're not gonna make an ape that's the size of buildings.
No,
I mean, I can't see. I have a feeling they're gonna have to maybe shrink, not go crazy, but shrink Godzilla a little bit from, you know, maybe make him like the size of half a building instead of the size of a building.
Right. He was 20 stories high, and
I mean,
King Kong was the size of a building in the original, wasn't he?
Well, no, I mean because they had him climbing to the top of the Empire State Building. So like, and he was like,
oh no, I'm talking about the original, when the Godzilla versus King Kong first came out in the 60s.
Oh yeah, when they came out,
they had him the same size. Godzilla was a lot bigger than him, but they still had him the same sizes of all the.
And they had him power up with like electricity.
Yeah,
that was so cool. I love that stuff.
I miss those.
But I can't wait for that. But my biggest question with all this is, what the fuck did Universal get?
A lot.
I mean, to just hand it over to Warner Brothers. I mean, the other good thing is too is that you also have Pacific Rim in that realm too, so you could get a multi crossover.
We talked about this on the way
with the kaiju's and stuff.
We talked about this on the way.
So we have. I mean, I want to know what Universal
future draft picks.
I mean, what did they get in order to? That is the. This isn't just like a small movie.
No.
This is fucking King Kong. Like that other movie made a lot of money. This,
it was a good movie.
I want to know what they got. That's like big money right
Someone
there.
had dirt on someone. Someone has
What do you
photos on somebody.
So what do you think, Chad? Are you in or out of on the, or do you want to see this?
I'm in. Yeah. I mean,
did you like the Godzilla movie?
I didn't like the Godzilla movie, but I am looking forward to Godzilla 2, only for the mere fact that there's a rumor that Mothra is supposed to be introduced. And watching the old Godzilla movies with my grandfather.
Yeah.
Mothra was one of my favorite, like, quote unquote villains he fought.
Yeah, that's a popular one.
I'm so looking forward to I'm hoping that it's Mothra, but I mean there's two other ones that are in the talks too. But I would love to see a Godzilla versus King Kong. I didn't mind the last King Kong, the one with Jack Black. That was the last one, right?
Yep.
I didn't mind it. Wasn't like a huge fan of it. I watched it once and probably will never watch it again. Maybe not until this movie comes out and I want to revisit it and kind of get it together. But
I can't wait to see Skull Island. This looks like it's.
I'm waiting to see what this does for because Dwayne The Rock Johnson is supposed to be coming out with that Rampage movie.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool.
It's going to be a direct competition. It might not come out at the same time, so. It might not have direct.
It's kind of looking for
it's going to be the same exact movie and
kind of.
It's weird because they work together. Like in Rampage, they work together.
Yeah.
So, and then in Godzilla and King Kong, they're going to be against each other. So
well, and the thing is about this is that I don't think we're going to actually get a true fight. I think they're going to get King Kong versus Godzilla, and I think they're going to fight each other. They're going to meet. They're going to see each other. They're going to go at it. But I think there's going to be another
something
villain,
else,
something like Rodon or something like something Mechagodzilla or something like that. That's going to be the thing that they're going to have to team up to kind of go against, which kind of sucks because I want to see that movie. I want to see one of them win, but they don't really the studio doesn't really win if one of them wins because then you have they're coming out with another Godzilla movie, but you got shit kicked out of them by King Kong. It's like you can't have anybody win in these movies, which sucks.
King Kong never wins; he always dies in the end.
Jurassic,
it's like Jesus Christ, the poor guy. He's always shot off a fucking building. Come on,
Jurassic Park already proved that you can kill off a main character and come back with a big vengeance and just say, "Oh, this happened before he died." So they can just do that again. I mean, come on, T-Rex died in the third one. Everybody knows that. But
It was the little one.
They
T-Rex.
just they brushed that aside.
I mean, that's a spoiler.
It's hollow.
Sorry, by the way. If you haven't seen Jurassic World yet,
If you haven't seen
that
Jurassic
was
World
a
yet,
spoiler.
you're an idiot.
I'm pretty certain that everybody's seen it
Everyone's
3
seen it.
times.
All right,
because
so
it's
that's
made-
not a
it's
spoiler?
almost,
I didn't
Well
go.
over
I didn't
$1
go
billion?
into your 5-year.
No.
Your
No,
5-year.
no. I am.
vault that
I am. I think that we can't go in depth into spoilers.
Well, that's a big spoiler.
It's not that big of a spoiler.
That's the biggest spoiler in the whole fucking movie. Is coming out.
It was kind of predictable.
No, it was very
As you're
predictable. But when
watching the movie, you're like-
when T-Rex came out, I had my hair stood up on my arms. Like I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted to see. I saw it twice.
Yeah. I wanted to go back and see it. With just things got so busy, but
Oh my god.
when you were watching that movie, you knew T-Rex was coming.
You knew.
because it was the only way. Or,
You were waiting for
or
it, though.
everyone dies.
Yeah.
Everyone dies, or T-Rex comes
Yeah.
out and saves the day.
Yeah.
So pretty much not.
Yeah, it was a good movie, and it made a lot of money. It's like it's
was
approaching
a-
that 1.7 mark.
Great movie,
billion.
by the way.
It wasn't
Not just
great.
a
It was
good
good.
movie.
It was good. It was fun. It was
It was
entertaining.
great.
It wasn't nowhere near as good as the first one.
No,
First one's
wasn't
classic.
no, it's
And
not.
then they didn't.
It's
have
not fair to
make-
compare.
No, they
Not
didn't
fair.
have to
Why not?
make 2 and 3
'Cause
though.
you-
in
I
the
don't
same
think
room?
it's ever fair to compare original to like anything that comes out after.
Why?
Because they're never better.
I-
Name one movie that has been better that has come out after another movie.
Godfather 2,
No, it's not better.
Lord of the Rings 2,
Well, I never seen
Well,
that one. So.
you can't really.
Empire
I know
Strikes Back.
as far as the book, as far as the book goes, I didn't like the book better. I don't know how the movie is. I've never seen them. So the Lord of the Rings.
Empire Strikes Back,
See, I never seen that. Was in the
Rush Hour 2.
It
It was better. It was a lot better.
I don't know about that.
It was.
That's debatable.
I could go on.
Even Dark Knight was better than Batman Begins.
Yeah, but isn't that a different Batman? Really?
No.
I mean, is that really
Batman Begins and Dark Knight
Dark
is the
Knight,
same universe,
yeah.
same one, same movie.
I mean,
I
the one
don't,
thing
I don't
with-
consider him the same Batman. Though.
It is. It's
It is.
bad. It's Christian
Hell,
Bale.
It's still the same guy.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was thinking something.
Oh,
different.
we're not
Yeah,
going back to the old Batman movies. Cause,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh
no,
God,
yeah.
no. Change up Batman. Back then, they were like so great, and then you watch them now, you're like, oh my God, those movies were awful.
I like the first one.
With the
The
original
first one is
Batman?
great.
Yeah, with the Joker,
Keaton-
Michael
yeah,
Keaton
and-
Michael
and-
Keaton and
Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson, that was a classic,
Yeah.
without a doubt. The rest, well,
What about Bad Boys 2?
No,
no, Bad Boys.
What?
Bad Boys was way better.
No way.
Yeah.
Bad Boys was great.
Bad Boys 2 is so much better.
Tia Leone in the first Bad Boys, oh, she was smoking. That was ball deep material. Without a doubt.
I'm a big fan of Bad Boys.
Bad
the
Boys,
original.
I think, is
Bad
one of
Boys
the-
2. I
Bad
think,
Boys
is so much
2.
better.
I watched and I was like,
Yeah.
I watched it and it was all right.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
Bad Boys 2.
at best, it was all right.
I
love it.
Bad Boys 2.
I like it so much more than the first one.
I guess you could do the superhero movies like they come out. I guess you can kind of say that sometimes.
Well, Captain
those are
America:
better.
Civil War. I mean, Captain America:
I was
Winter
gonna say
Soldier was better than
Winter Soldier. I heard
yeah.
everybody say it was way better than the first one.
I think they just.
I actually
threw-
like Thor 2 better than Thor 1, but I'm in the minority on that.
Yeah.
But I think the first Captain America got a bum rap. I think
It was
they had-
good.
I liked it. They had to throw it together and get it out there before the first Avengers came out. So Captain
Red Skull
America,
was good.
I think it got a bum rap. Definitely did.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one, and that is Steven Spielberg recently stated his belief that superhero movies will eventually go the way of the Western, oversaturating the box office until audiences lose interest. Even Zack Snyder weighed in on the issue, saying that Spielberg is probably correct, but that is more of a Marvel problem than a DC problem. Snyder said, "It goes to the mythological nature of the movies that we're making. I feel like Spielberg is right, but I feel like Batman v Superman are transcendent of superhero movies in a way. Because they're Batman and Superman. They're not just like the flavor of the week Ant-Man. Not to be mean, but whatever it is. What is the next one going to be? Blank Man?
Which was already a movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So what do you feel about these comments by both Spielberg and Snyder, and your thoughts on superhero movies going the way of the Western? Start off with Chad, because I know he's got his own opinions about these superhero
I
movies.
couldn't agree more. And I agree with the comment about it being a Marvel issue right now. Marvel is pushing these movies down everybody's throats, and I just don't think it's gonna pan out well for them in the long run. They're starting to they're throwing everybody in all the movies together. I mean, I like the standalone movies. I probably won't see the Avengers. You know I haven't seen them. I probably won't see
The first one's a good
and
one. First one's good.
And I'm gonna be disappointed when they merge like the Guardians of the Galaxy with them, and they're gonna merge the Ant-Man with them, and they're gonna merge Deadpool with them.
Ant-Man's gonna be in Civil War.
There's gonna be 50 fucking superheroes in these movies, and I don't want to see that. I want to see.
The big thing with that is that it has to happen because with Thanos Infinity Gauntlet, it has to happen because all of them need to go up against him. Like, that is the only way to defeat Thanos. And in the comic, Thanos kills them all. Like, he kills them all. Obviously, Thanos loses in the end, but he kills everyone. I mean, you see Wolverine in a skeleton. He's obviously not gonna be able to cross over, but you see a skeleton with the he just destroys everyone. My whole thing is I agree with Spielberg and Snyder on this. I think that as with you, that this is Marvel's biggest problem is because all of their movies are cookie cutter. They are all the same. They're fun. They're funny. They're action packed. But there's no real depth to them. There's no meat to these
People
movies.
are going to get sick of them after a while.
And I have already started to get sick of these movies. And I love these movies. Like Ultron, I walked out of that movie and I was disappointed with it because I'm a big Ultron fan. I think that he is one of the better villains in the Marvel universe. And they treated him so poorly. Like, it was almost like he was just throwing out jokes, a joke machine. Yeah. And it drive me crazy. Whereas DC, I watched the Man of Steel movie probably about a dozen times now. And every single time I watch it, it gets better and better because you pick up on things that you didn't see before. It's got more meat. It's got more grit. It's darker. It's got just a better tone to
Makes
it.
you think more.
Yeah, exactly. And the more you watch it, the more things that you see. And then on top of that, the Man of Steel, which is the only movie that's come out in this universe so far, probably has the best score. If you put all of those, and I'm going to even go with The Dark Knight, which The Dark Knight has a great score. The Man of Steel score in this movie is amazing. So you just get so much more out of these DC movies. I think that they're doing it better than Marvel. They're actually going to an actual root of the movie, make a movie, not just some schlock to throw on TV and keep people entertained while they're throwing popcorn at their face. I want to see legit movies that are going to last for eternity, not these movies that are going to be kind of thrown by the wayside by your memory in 10, 15 years because they're just they're all the same. I mean, I do say that they do get it right every once in a while. Like, I think The Winter Soldier was good. I did like Thor, the second one. I thought that had a little one of my favorite ones is The Hulk with Edward Norton because I feel like that was the best villain that they've had. Like, it actually seemed like a foe that was to be reckoned with. Abomination.
Ant-Man had a good villain.
He wasn't that good. He was kind of weak.
See, I didn't think he was weak at all. Like, he was for a fucking yellow jacket? Fucking yellow jacket.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just didn't buy him as that much of a. He seemed like he was just too. It was too small scale for me. I don't know. I mean, what do you think about any of this?
I like all the superhero movies. I know where you say it's oversaturated, and it could be. Now, I grew up. I'm a DC fan.
Yep.
A DC comic fan. Okay, Justice League. Now, my biggest worry right now is how is Batman versus Superman going to do? Okay. DC is sucking hind tit to Marvel for how long now?
Long time.
Now, Dark Knight, phenomenal. All of them. I loved Man of Steel. I thought it was.
What's your favorite comic book movie? Is it The Dark Knight?
It's got to be The Dark Knight, without a doubt.
Okay.
I grew up with Justice League of America, and I know this is where they're the dawn of justice. Okay, I love the Justice League of America cartoons. But will they screw up? Will DC Comics screw it up? We had this conversation earlier.
Yeah.
DC Comics is being saved by the CW network. Arrow, Flash. Okay, now we're going to have the Suicide Squad, which they already generated in Arrow. I just hope they don't screw it up.
I'm very optimistic. After watching those trailers, I was very optimistic. Even with the Suicide Squad trailer, very optimistic. I think that they are doing it right. They're not going with the fluff. they're gonna give you some real meat.
Yeah, you're gonna get down and dirty. And
I really love
that
that Suicide Squad.
They did come out recently with some information that Batman is gonna have more screen time because he is in Man of Steel. I mean, Batman vs Superman. He's gonna have more screen time because they haven't introduced him yet. So that's the reason why they're going to have him in there a little bit more. I am so looking forward to this. That is the most hyped I've been for a movie. That trailer that I saw, the actual trailer, not the teaser or anything, but the actual trailer. I saw that movie. I got goosebumps 3 times during that freaking trailer. I've watched that trailer probably about, I don't know, 40 times now. I cannot wait to see that movie. I am so optimistic.
What do you think about Ben Affleck, Batman?
I have been on record as when I first heard the news, I freaked the fuck out. And I was like, I can't believe they fucking got this guy. Because even in later movies like Argo and even in, what's that movie? The Town. And all that
awesome
stuff.
movies.
They're great movies and that he has directed. He is not even the best actor in those movies. No. Like, he has always been the second or third tier as far, because Renner stole it in The Town. And even in Argo, you had a lot of different characters that were better than him in it. But with that being said, I went back and I went and revisited some of his movies. I even went back and watched Marvel, the Daredevil movie.
I didn't mind that movie.
I watched the director's cut. The director's cut is better.
Yeah.
If you watch the director's cut version of the movie, it is better. It's not great, but it's not as bad as people trash it. It's not the worst of all time. Elektra's a hell of a lot worse. Catwoman's a hell of a lot worse.
Catwoman's awful.
There's a lot of other movies that are a lot worse than that movie. As time went on, couple of months after I freaked out online and revisited those movies, I came around real quick and I was like, you know what? I think he can pull it off. And then I saw the trailer and I was like, he's got it. He's nailed it. He's the biggest Batman that we've ever gotten. He's actually looks like the cartoon version of the Batman. He's got the little dimpled chin. He got the square jaw. I think the guy's going to fucking kill it.
I think he's a good actor.
And he was phenomenal in Gone Girl too. Which is awesome. Like, I like his steady progressing as an actor.
Yeah, he was in some good movies in his earlier years too. He just made a lot of bad.
It's not good when George Carlin outacts you in Jersey Girl.
Yeah, that's true. But I like the Sum of All Fears. I thought he was good in that.
A lot of people
Changing Lanes. I enjoyed those movies. I thought that he was good in them. Smoking Aces is still one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
I love Smoking Aces.
I saw it in the theater.
But I mean, when he came out with that movie with Jennifer Lopez, kind of killed him. Gigli, which is probably in a lot of people's worst movies of all time.
Yes,
hands down.
That doesn't have Paris Hilton in
it. Hey, Paris Hilton was good in Wrong Turn, right? Wrong Turn when she get the spear right through her head.
That's all
right. All right, we are going to move on to the next segment here.
We are
we're getting off track here. We're going to move on to the next segment, and the next segment is
In or Out of the Movie Trailer Park.
That's right, in or out of the movie trailer park, and this is where we talk about the trailers that have come out in the last week or so, and then we tell you if we are in or out based on this trailer. Most of the trailers are found on movie clips on YouTube. I don't even think it's youtube.com/movie clips, but if you type in movie clips, you'll come across their page, and you can figure that all out. I'm going to read the synopsis for these movies, but I have to pull that up on my phone. And I'm going to give you the 3 movies that we're going to be talking about. Chad's is Krampus, Wayne's is Concussion, and mine is going to be Demolition. As of right now, I'm going to check this live because I tried to get some information to see if The Jungle Book came out. I want to see if that movie came out yet. Because the trailer is supposed to drop today, and I don't see anything yet. Why don't you look for The Jungle Book?
I'm doing it right now.
While I get the synopsis for Chad's movie Krampus.
Yeah, it hasn't come out yet.
All right, so Krampus. This is the short synopsis, short, sweet, to the point. A boy who has a bad Christmas ends up accidentally summoning a Christmas demon to his family home. So, and this is starring one of Chad's boys, Adam Scott.
Yeah.
What do you think about this trailer, buddy? We're going to have an open discussion on these movies here. Let's go.
I love the trailer only for the fact that if you don't know what the movie was about, which You didn't. It seemed like a happy, jolly little Christmas ditty. You know, all sitting around the table eating, throwing some jokes out there.
And he's yelling, "Why the fuck you gotta ruin Christmas?
Why you gotta ruin Christmas? What the fuck, man? It's not right. It's not. Hollywood's a little too twisted.
Yeah, sitting around, eating some Christmas dinner. Nice movie.
I like Christmas.
And then all of a sudden, dun, 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 here it comes, and the lights go off, the power's out. They're sitting around. Adam Scott's like, "This is weird. This has been days. Like, we haven't seen anybody. Like, something's going on." And then you just see the hook come down in that fireplace.
Yep.
Oh shit's about to happen. It's about to go down.
It's about to go.
We got hooves, but we only got 2 hoof prints. Like, what is going on here? What is this thing? I've been excited about this movie ever since it was talked about coming out, and I like the cast in it. Obviously, you already said Adam Scott. I mean,
that's your boy.
And that is my boy. He can't do wrong in my eyes.
And it's Cochran too, who's from like Anchorman. And
yeah,
stuff like
he's
that.
in like
Champ.
all those weird
Yeah.
he's never been in a Star. He's waiting.
He's such a dick in this movie, and he looks so funny.
But
we don't have any food in this house. I have all the leftovers.
Yeah.
Beer it is.
Beer it is. He always plays that kind of role though, like that dick kind of. He was in Waiting. He was the boss in Waiting.
Yeah. Which actually, if you look at the, sorry, I just
you're spitting all day.
Well, you're farting, so
I'm not farting.
Something's stinking over here. It ain't me.
So we have if you look at there's like a plaque on there. It actually says like something like Christopher Pratt on the plaque. And Anna Faris put that in the movie. She put that plaque.
Oh, nice,
to kind of poke fun at Chris Pratt.
I like that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this movie. I wish it was coming out closer to Christmas. Yeah. But I think they kind of made it so it was like in between Halloween and Christmas a little bit. Like it's coming out December 4th, so I think it's gonna be good. It looks like it's gonna be one of those movies I'm gonna enjoy. Like campy, like it's like a campy.
That's
horror.
what I was like. Because I am not into horror movies. Like it's not one of those things I seek out. I try and go and see ones that I heard are good or something like that. But that's even down the road. Like I'm not something that I really jump out to go see.
No. Yeah.
This movie, on the other hand, I watched the trailer for this, and it looks amazing. I love the fact that they're using puppets. I love the fact that they're not going CG. Nope. I love the fact that it looks funny. It looks campy. It looks like it's going to be horror. Yeah. I love everything about this. And the only thing that I am going to request about this movie is that we go see this together. I have to go see this movie with you. I have a feeling you and I are both going to be laughing our ass off. Even probably during some of the scarier scenes, I think I'll probably be laughing because this is just one of those movies that I just cannot wait. So I am so in on this movie. Yeah, it's so in.
It looks so good. Yeah.
What about you? How about you, Wayne?
I already said it. Why you got fucked up Christmas, man?
So you out? You out on
this?
I'm
totally out. I don't like horror movies. I don't get into the horror movies, all this new genre shit. But that's a little too creepy for me. That's just too creepy for me. It's like, come on. And then that little Jack in the Box, when she's under the car, it's like, okay, it's like ting, ting, ting. And then nothing is like, and then obviously they cut out right there. Yeah. But no.
This is from the same director as Trick or Treat too. So
okay.
And Trick or Treat is considered one of the best like campy
over the last several years.
Yeah, one of the best campy like kind of horror movies.
I never saw it. Yeah. Nope.
All right. Well, we will move on. we'll finish that one early, and we're going to move on to the next one, which is Wayne's trailer, which is Concussion. And this is Will Smith stars in a dramatic thriller based on the incredible true David vs. Goliath story of the Dr. Benet Amalu, I think that's how you pronounce his name, the brilliant forensic neuropathologist who made the first discovery of the CTE, a football-related brain trauma in a pro player. All right, Wayne. Tell us what are your thoughts about this, and if you're in or out based on the trailer.
I'm absolutely in. I'm a huge football fan. Okay, fantasy football. Not a Lions fan, thank Christ. Okay,
I've seen you root for him a couple times.
Well,
so.
Yeah, fantasy. I think this is going to be another example where the NFL is going to take it on the chin. Okay.
They've been doing that a lot lately.
Oh, yeah. Now, thank Christ, we're not listening about anything more, hearing anything more about Deflategate. But this concussion protocol stuff that is now finally in place is all based off of this one doctor and what he did. And, of course, the NFL tried to bury it without any doubt in anyone's mind. What was the settlement? Over a couple $billion?
Yeah, it was billions, yeah.
And they just threw it out there.
Yeah.
It was like they opened up their wallet and said, here you go, because we want this to go away. And no one's talking about it anymore. And I think with Will Smith in this movie coming out, it's going to bring the topic up again. And people are going to be like, really? Because they kept it all hush-hush. They buried it as deep as it could go, okay? Right. Deeper than... that's right. I'm not going to say anything about it.
Just say something about Anakin.
I'm going to say anything
Here we go. Here we go.
The NFL is a beast. It is a beast. And they buried it, and I think this movie, I want to see it. I think a lot of people need to see it, especially parents. You know, if you got kids that are playing football, and I love it, okay, and my son played football, but we ignored it. When I was a kid playing football, you know what you wanted to do? You wanted to hit the other guy so hard they got the paint on your helmet. That was like the badge of honor, you know? No.
And this is the result. Everyone.
Oh, okay. And what's your excuse?
I didn't play football. My mom wouldn't let me.
Not an athlete?
No, I played sports.
Oh, you were
I actually did play
you were
sports.
beaver hunting. That's right.
I was beaver hunting. Yeah. That was a sport, yes.
Yeah.
I played every other sport but football.
I'm going to say Will Smith, like, he looks good in this movie.
Yep.
He's got that nice like accent to him. That sounded good. I mean, I still see Will Smith when I watch this trailer, but even though I see him in this movie, I think that I'm going to get sucked in. I'm going to want to go see this. I don't know if I want to like rush out to the theater to go to see this, but it is something that I am very intrigued with. And I really can't wait to see how this plays out, because no matter what, I hope that this movie really does bring more light to the whole concussions, because it's one of those things, like, I will not let my son play football or hockey. Two of those two sports violent. That they are just extremely violent, and kids are 12, 13, 14 years old, and they're getting concussions that young at age, and this is when their brain is still developing. Like, it's just so important to kind of be protected, and I hope that it just does a better job for that. So I'm in on this for several reasons. Mainly for hopefully the better of the protecting a really dangerous game, and all these players. I mean, you see all these athletes that come out later in life and they just can't remember things that happened like a week ago because of this stuff. And it's just a very violent game, and I hope that it just helps, kind of right that a little bit at least. What about you, Chad?
I think this is gonna be bad news for Roger Goodell.
Yep.
Who I think Luke Wilson is rumored to play him right now, which I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I mean, to see him play Roger Goodell, but I don't think this is good news for him at all. I don't think he wants this movie to come out, and because Will Smith is attached to it and people love Will Smith, and they're gonna go out and see Will Smith, regardless if you watch football or you don't, you're gonna go see this movie. And it's not going to be good for the NFL and Roger Goodell.
No.
I mean, and he's already been fucking up lately already.
Oh, yeah.
And, to add this movie onto it, it's bad news for him. Bad news.
Yeah.
Bad news bears.
Not looking good. Not looking good. All right, my trailer, the next one up is Demolition, and this is starring Jake Gyllenhaal. And the synopsis on this, which is fucking long as hell. Davis, Jake Gyllenhaal's character, a successful investment banker, struggles after losing his wife in a tragic car crash. Despite pressure from his father-in-law, Chris Cooper, who plays Phil, to pull it together, Davis continues to unravel. What starts as a complaint letter to a vending machine company turns into a series of letters revealing startling personal admissions. Davis's letters catch the attention of customer service rep Karen, Naomi Watts, and amidst the emotional and financial burdens of her own, the two form an unlikely connection. With the help of Karen and her son, Chris, Judah Lewis, Davis starts to rebuild, beginning with the demolition of his life he once knew. That's a very in-depth synopsis. It's pretty true to what I saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say, as far as this movie goes, I am in. I think that this is just Jake Gyllenhaal making another great decision, and he's going to make another case for Oscar contender again. He is on an extreme roll. Picks his roles perfectly.
Yeah.
And this isn't a movie that I'll be rushing out to see, but I definitely want to see it while it's in the theater. Like this is one of those movies that I wouldn't mind waiting till, a couple of weeks out when they're, going during the day when there's only like maybe 2 or 3 other people in the theater, so I can just kind of relax, take it all in. It's not one of those movies that you really need to go out and see with a billion people in the theater.
Kind of movie. Yeah.
But I really want to see it because the whole story is just very interesting. Like, he loses his wife, and then after that, he realizes that he's not really sure if he loved her because he didn't really, just the whole idea of the whole thing and watching it play out and how he has to destroy everything around him to kind of rebuild his life is just, it's kind of cool. I mean, and I've heard nothing but good things. It's getting amazing buzz around it. I heard that didn't it just get released at one of those film festivals, and people were like, "This hands down is like the best." That
maybe
just came out.
Francis had theirs, so it might have been that one.
So I'm really in. I'm really in on this. What about you, Chad?
I'm in. I mean, I like Gyllenhaal. I mean, I really can't name a movie that he's done that I would say that is a bad movie that I've seen. I'm sure he's done a bad movie and I just haven't seen it. But I like him. And Chris Cooper, he always plays a good role, and he's never the main character, but he's always has a good role.
I almost want to laugh when I hear him talk in the movie, because when because in the trailer you see him say, I'm not sure that my father-in-law ever really liked me. He's like, and then he says, because of this, this, and this, and then he goes, and because he told me he doesn't like me, and then they show him, they pan to him upstairs, and he's like, I don't really like you.
I don't really like you.
I just laugh. Yeah. That's a good line.
Yeah, I think they have a good cast around it. It looks like a pretty serious kind of movie, and Jake Gyllenhaal does those serious movies good. So
yeah, he does. I
mean, he's not a comedian by any means, so I mean, you don't really see him in too many comedies. No. But I'm all in. I mean, I'm on that side of the fence with you.
Great. What about you, Wayne?
Jake Gyllenhaal, he does good movies. They're different. A little quirky. Some of them, like Nightcrawler,
they're Oscar bait movies, right?
Yes.
He does a lot of Oscar bait movies.
Yes.
He does,
and they come out around that time.
Yeah.
Right. He does those. Are they box office hits?
Not usually.
No.
Some of them are.
I guess it depends the way you look at it, because a lot of these movies aren't made.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a lot of money to make them.
Right.
So you're talking like $5 to $15 million range. I mean, they make $50-60 million. It's a good box office take.
I mean, to ask me, am I going to go see it in a theater? No.
He did do Prince of Persia.
Well,
didn't he do that?
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that movie. I did actually enjoy that.
Too. And to watch, I really liked. I like the guy as an actor.
Has anybody here seen Southpaw?
Not yet.
No.
Yeah. No. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That looks
it's actually loosely based on Eminem's life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It seemed like it.
Yeah. So it's just they took it from, instead of rapping, they made it into boxing.
So it's the 8 Mile but boxing.
It's actually after 8 Mile. It's not the rise of Eminem.
Okay.
It is because Eminem had a period in his life where he lost everything. Like, he lost all his money. Yep. He lost his daughter and all that stuff. And this is what this is about.
Yeah. All right.
Just in boxing terms.
Right.
So I go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Will I see it in the theaters? No, I won't. Will I? Can't wait to see it on Netflix and get it DVD. Yeah, absolutely. Because I like his movies. I do.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So we're all in on that, huh?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. We're gonna take a quick break here, because this is where we take our quick break. We need a little smoke break.
Union smoke break. I'm down here in a sweatshop. Okay. It's like, Christ. And oh, by the way, can I borrow someone's toilet next door? I hear that's not even in service.
Yeah, we are under construction here.
Hey, at least the guys aren't screaming at us anymore.
Yeah.
No jackhammers going off.
They quieted it down a little bit.
I think that would add to it a little bit, especially during when we're talking about the trailers for like Krampus. What the? You have Daniel Hernandez III will be like, "Hey, did you hear that in the background? There's a ghost up there." So we will be back very shortly. We have some things to talk about, like Tom Cruise news, not so good Tom Cruise news.
Fantasy football talk.
Little, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Is
it's coming.
Dream to spoon with Tom Tom Cruise or what?
No, I actually don't want anything to do with him personally.
Oh, okay.
I love him on the screen. I think he's a fucking weirdo off screen.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me see.
You know,
Scientology come up.
he wants to spoon Leo, right?
Leo.
DiCaprio. Yeah.
I used to hate him. The best scene I ever saw with Leo is when he was sinking to the fucking bottom of the North Atlantic on Titanic. I love that scene. Oh my God. But Departed and some of his later movies, definitely. Leo.
You ever seen Gilbert Grape?
No. I bits and pieces with him and Johnny Depp. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It was amazing.
Did you like The Departed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love The Departed.
Okay, all right.
The Departed. That's when I started really.
I actually like The Great Gatsby too. Did you like that one?
Yeah, that was good.
That was a
I
good
like
one,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we will be getting back to talk about some other things very soon. Little random rants and rave reviews and all that kind of stuff. See you guys soon.
All right, so we're taking a break right now. Me and Wayne. I had this thing set up for the Star Wars predictions for a charity event. It's $20 a person. We're gonna do whoever is the closest to the opening weekend domestically for Star Wars, in millions, obviously.
Really?
We're not.
In that sense.
We're not. That's not $287, by the way.
$287. Oh, okay.
Just a few things to remember. It is coming out in the winter.
In the winter, yep.
There could be snow problems.
Could be.
But there isn't snow problems. Then it could be a
December
mega
18th.
hit. Yes. So
December 18th.
You got
other than up in Maine, which do you have movie theaters up there?
one
You do?
in the whole state.
In the whole state.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna get our predictions. We got 4 predictions right now. So I'm gonna let you decide what you want to predict.
I'm gonna top whatever's there, and I'm gonna go with a little cushion. 310 million.
Woo! Did you know that the highest grossing movie of all time is it's Jurassic Park now, right?
Jurassic Park
now. Jurassic World at 200 and what was it, 15, 14, 10, 7, 8? I don't know, somewhere around there.
250. Yeah.
So you're like me, and you think that it's going to be
gonna
wrapping
be-
around blocks. People are going to be flocking in.
Like I said,
theaters are going to be having all their theaters.
$4 billion they
screens.
need to recoup.
This is exciting
And
right
they
here.
will. I like it.
We got the lowest at 222.
222,
Which still blows
222. And then we got the highest at 310. Even.
That's what I hope.
What did I pick?
You went 305.5.
All right, yeah.
Yep, I was like, I'm gonna put a little
little
cushion.
buffer.
Your gap is gonna go
When he
down.
first
I think,
told
a
me
little
about
bit.
it, I was gonna do a Price is Right and $1 over whatever the highest bid
I told
was.
him
But
he
he said I had
He
to.
couldn't wait for the day
I
before the
couldn't
movie
wait to-
came out.
So, but that's my pick.
It's not going.
just-
I don't think it's going
amazing.
under. I don't think it's going under 222.
No.
No, it's not going underneath 222.
Now there is talks that no movie has done over like $80 million in Christmas in December, in domestically for its opening weekend. So some people are saying it could. If it does, they're hoping that it does 180 for its first weekend. I can't see how that has even come close to possible, even with a big snowstorm.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come close. It'll be closer to 200 million if there's a huge snowstorm. If there's not, I have to imagine that this is just going to destroy. I just have to imagine that.
You're going back how many decades? 1977. This is wrapped up fathers, grandfathers, children. How many generations are we looking at? And this is the rebirth of Star Wars, the Star Wars universe. So I'm going with it. I'm gonna go as long as there's no fucking idiot out there with Dark Knight 1. What happened in Colorado?
I
fucking hate that shit.
So
Oh
stupid.
my god.
All right, so we're gonna come back from break now, I guess.
Yes, we'll be coming
So you
back
will
from
see
break.
us back on the screen in probably like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are back from our commercial break / union smoke break.
Union smoke break.
And we are here with
30-second bulbs.
30-second thoughts is where we get topics and we are given 30 seconds to give our opinions on this particular topic. First one up, a plane crash during the shoot of Tom Cruise's new movie, Mena, killed 2 and seriously injured a 3rd person on Friday night in Medellin, Colombia. Cruise, a trained pilot, was not on the plane. The 2, obviously, because we all would have heard about that.
Yeah.
The 2 people killed were identified as American film pilot Alan David Perwin and Colombian Carlos Burl. Another American pilot, Jimmy Lee Garland, was severely injured and hospitalized in Midland. And Purwin was recently featured in Variety's Artisans video series in a segment about aerial photography. Purwin spoke of his efforts to de-risk as much as possible when working in dangerous conditions. So what are your 30-second thoughts on this whole story and the dangers that people forget about when these movies are made? Like, it's not just all, you know, roses and, you know, cool breezes and stuff like that. People do pass away on these films. There are some serious, like, people are complaining about the Revenant movie that are coming out and all the harsh conditions that people had to do when they were filming this. Like, they did it with all natural light, and they had to, like, climb up mountains and trying to do all this kind of stuff, and it was very dangerous. So what are your thoughts on all of this? We'll start off with Wayne this time.
Well, there's been deaths on movie sets before. Okay, it is. They do take risks. They are stunt people. I mean, this wasn't. This was filming. Unfortunately, I think this won't be in the news in 4 or 5 days. Until someone else dies in the next set. They take risks. They do, and it's unfortunate. You don't want to see anyone pass away and whatnot, but I don't think it's going to be huge news in another week.
Okay. Perfect timing. It's like you have an internal 30-second clock.
He does.
Well, no, I got glasses. I can see it.
All right. That helps too. All right, Chad, what do you think?
I can't agree with him any more than what he said, because these guys are taking the lives in their hand. I mean, to make these movies. I mean, Tom Cruise himself does all his stunts. He was hanging from a plane for Mission Impossible
8 times.
He could have easily fell off. I mean, easily fell off and died.
Not only that, but if he got hit by a bird, that would have killed him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all these people take risks, and they're actors, and they're stuntmen, and they're cameramen, and I mean, they all know what they're doing, but accidents happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, for me, I mean, I'm on the same plane. I mean, there isn't much to say. I mean, sometimes these accidents happen. Unfortunately, there was bad conditions, and it brought the plane down, and people lost their lives. And I would have to say our hearts go out to their fans and family. I mean, this is something that is very dangerous. It sucks so much to even have to talk about it. And also the timing with it, with his Artisans video series, is just crazy, because he's talking about how he tries to de-risk, and even when you try and de-risk, it just shows that sometimes it's just out of your hands. Like, you just can't.
This kind of goes back to Brendan Lee. I mean, he died on set.
Yeah.
And that was just from a firearm. I mean, just
From a blank, supposed
yeah,
blank.
Yeah.
supposed blank. And
Which,
It's just all so sad. I mean, it's just sad that this stuff
it
happens.
is sad.
But
It's very sad.
it
But
sucks.
at the same time, we
just-
all do jobs that,
Yeah.
I mean, my job is, I could easily die at my job too. I mean, I work with heavy machinery and stuff, and it's just the path that you chose, and you know, sometimes it's the unfortunate end.
Yeah, I mean, because I DJ on the weekends and stuff like that, and there was a recent time within the last few months.
You play a bad song, and
No, I mean, it's not just that. It's not that. But some of the places we DJ, we DJ in cities, like inner cities.
Yeah.
And I was in New Haven, and I was DJing. Everything was great at the club. You know, people were happy leaving. I get up to my car, and there's police everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I'm like packing up my car, and I'm like wondering if I can get out a certain way, because there's a cop standing right there. And I go over to the cop. I go, am I allowed to go out the normal way that I go out to get out of the I was like, I don't know what's going on. He's like, oh, well, somebody just fired a couple of shots, and we're looking for him. I'm like, you haven't found him yet?
Yeah.
I'm like running to my car. I'm like getting the fuck out of there. I'm like because that shit can happen. And it's like, it's not even just, it's a spray bullet, you know, like if it doesn't hit the person you're trying to hit, it might hit somebody else. So it's just
you might want to
crazy.
stay out of Hartford too.
I was just there this past weekend. It's just it can get a little scary at the end of
I
the
know
night.
you don't do downtown New London, but
Not
I
anymore.
used to DJ down there, and all the horror stories you hear, even the day after I was DJing, you know, somebody was shot, somebody was stabbed, like, and it's right at the bar or near the bar that I was DJing at. Like,
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's
pretty much
sucks.
any
It
job
sucks.
out there is.
You can have it. It's just, I mean, flying planes, especially in dangerous conditions and stuff, especially with his Artisans video that came out. Like, that's just weird timing. It just, I think it almost shines a spotlight on it. Like, he came out with this, like, he tries his best to de-risk, but still, it just shows,
you can
even with the
try
best.
all you want, but accidents will always
happen,
unfortunately.
Yeah. All right, so the next topic we will switch to is the last 30-second thought of the day, and that is recently surfaced that Rebecca Ferguson, who was the leading female in Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, which is Tom Cruise's latest movie, kind of a little segue, is rumored to be in the very top of a short list for the leading role in Captain Marvel, a movie that is to debut in November of 2018. What are your 30-second what are your 30-second thoughts?
And he didn't play football when he was young.
Yeah, see?
Back to Concussion.
That was from all the tackle football we played in our yards.
Yeah, without pads and helmets. That shit's fine.
What are your 30-second thoughts on her as Captain Marvel, and is there anyone else that you would have in mind to play Captain Marvel? I will start off with Wayne.
Well, I can't really say much about it because I'm not familiar with Captain Marvel. When I heard it came out, I went on Wikipedia and checked it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this could be good. Now, she could play it. She could do it. I mean, I'm still a huge Anne Hathaway and Scarlett Johansson fan, so I'd love to see another hot chick out there doing that superhero shit.
Kicking ass.
Oh yeah, definitely. So from what I've seen with her in the movie, yes, she could do it.
All right.
I can't see anyone else stepping up.
All right, great. All right, Sir Chadwick.
Sir Chadwick.
Sir
Chadwick.
Let's go. What do you got?
I don't recognize her at all.
She hasn't been in a lot.
Yeah, I see she was in Hercules.
Which no one saw.
Which I saw, amazingly. But
Really?
yeah,
With The Rock?
I like The Rock.
It's even on Netflix, and I still haven't watched
Yeah,
I saw it.
I like The Rock, so.
It was all right.
But
that good.
and I don't know much about the character that she would be playing, so.
She's actually one of the most powerful Marvel.
Yeah, see, I
superheroes.
don't know anything about it, so I'm not the best person to ask who the best is for this role. So
All right.
I'm just gonna pass it on to you. Who
Well,
I know.
Is there any female actress out there that you want to play a superhero?
Not on the top of my head, that's not like already a
Right,
superhero
right.
or.
There's no one out there like, oh, she'd be a great superhero. I can't think of one.
As long as it's not Ronda Rousey. That's all I care about.
I think we should talk about Ronda Rousey.
No.
And maybe Roadhouse, too. The
Yeah,
next
no.
Roadhouse
Oh,
coming out.
God.
Maybe
Please
Random
That
Rants.
was coming
Please
out.
no. That could be your random rant.
Yeah, okay.
You hate Ronda Rousey?
I can't stand that fucking bitch.
Oh!
She's a badass.
Team Mayweather.
Yeah, she's a little too mouthy for me.
Oh.
A little too
All right,
mouthy.
all right.
Someone's too mouthy
Yeah,
for Chad.
which is
Oh,
amazing.
wow.
All right.
Tell her to get the fuck in the kitchen, do some dishes.
Exactly. Put an
All
apron
right.
on.
Yeah, I would love for you to say that to her.
I'm more scared of Liz than I am of her. I can tell you that.
Jeez, Liz, what the hell do you do?
I gotta meet this chick, man. Seriously, her and I gotta go have some drinks and talk about Chad. Oh,
All right, so
she has stories.
I will give my 30-second thoughts on this. Is that I'm all for this. I think she was an extreme badass in the Rogue Nation. But my top choice is still for this movie is Emily Blunt. I would love to see her in this role. I think she just has that badassness of her. Like she can just intimidate you with a look. I love that. As far as her being cast, I think that would be a great casting decision for Marvel, which they would go in with their earlier lines where they kind of signed like Chris Hemsworth before he was Thor and before he was really that famous, because you could sign her to a like a 10-film deal where she's trying to break through and become a star. Whereas Emily Blunt, it's going to be harder to keep her in all these movies because she's already a star.
Yep.
So it's going to be tougher to get her to kind of be in the realm. But as far as like, I would be fine with either one. I mean, Rebecca Ferguson, with her performance in Rogue Nation, which you haven't seen, right?
No.
Did you see Rogue Nation?
Nope, not yet.
It was amazing. Like she almost stole the movie. Like
She's
she
been
was
in a
really
lot
good.
of TV. I looked at her IMDb, and she's been on a lot of TV.
Okay.
So, I mean, she must be a good actress if she's out there doing stuff.
She definitely did a good job in
Emily
this. That was for
Blunt
sure.
could be a badass, though.
Yeah, she is. She's got
could
that look
be.
to her.
She does.
Another one like people were talking about was like Katie Sackhoff, which I don't think she's a good enough actress as of yet. And the stuff that I've seen her in, I haven't been overly impressed with, but I'd be willing to give her a shot because she fits a Captain Marvel look. Like she's got the blonde hair, broad shoulders, like she looks buff and tough, but she's pretty, so it would fit. But
I would go with Meryl Streep.
Okay. Yep.
She can do anything. Come on, she can do anything. If anybody can do a superhero female, it's Meryl Streep.
All right, with a walker. With a walker. I'll get there. Back to Katie Sackhoff, though, because now, did you watch Battlestar Galactica?
I've only seen a couple episodes. I haven't watched it.
I think that is probably one of the best TV shows
I've
ever.
heard that, yeah.
And I'm old enough to know the originals. Battlestar Galactica, I thought, was one of the greatest TV shows out there. And when they came out, and she was casted as Starbuck. I was like, there was a little uproar in the Battlestar.
I heard she nailed it, though.
Oh, she did a great job. Yeah. And then the only good reason to see, what was it, the one Riddick movie? The second one?
Yeah.
Because you got a little side boob of her. I was like, I saw Starbucks titty! That was great. I was like, why am I watching this? And I was like, okay, that made it.
I heard the movie wasn't very good, yeah.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie wasn't that good, but...
Yeah. So we're going to move on to random rants and rave reviews, and this is where we talk, rant, or just about any random thing that is slightly movie-related.
Oh, movie-related, not fantasy football, bitch.
Over
I'm going to make it related.
just something we saw lately and want to chat about.
All right.
Open format, 15 minutes. And there
Don't even start the clock now. Hold on.
Wait,
I got
wait,
something.
wait,
I got
wait.
a fun game to play.
Fun game to play.
This is going to be my random thing.
Well, then why can't I start?
Okay, go.
Because I mean, it's 15 minutes.
Pretty sure it's his
Well,
show.
go ahead, go.
All right.
I'll let you. What's your fun game?
Well, I have something tied in together.
Okay.
I want to do a fun little game. I was at the grocery market the other day, and I picked up some. Actually, I'm going to pull them out right now. Where are they?
Whoa, what are you pulling out?
Whoa.
This is a rated R show.
I got
but
3 packs of football cards.
Oh,
it's
shit.
football season.
Oh God, okay.
We're each going to pick a pack of cards, and we're going to open them up. And we're going to find out who gets the best player in these 3 packs of cards.
That's always subjective, though, isn't it?
It is.
bubble gum in there?
It's gonna be fun. They're from 1992.
92,
They're
okay.
Topps cards, and I'm gonna let the guest pick first.
1992.
Yes.
Oh, these are old school.
Oh no, these are old school.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna let the guest pick first.
Is it based on that year?
These are all the players that came out that year.
But is this based on? Are we doing it based off of this year or his career?
No, this
Well,
no career.
Career?
Yeah.
Because
Career
no one
stats?
remembers 1992.
So you're
I
gonna
don't.
look at your cards, and you're just gonna put off to the side who you think your best card is.
All right, just
And they're
one?
just one best card that you have,
right.
and we're gonna match them up and see who has the best card. Oh, I get a gold card.
Oh shit!
Let's see.
Making money.
Lion.
We got new cameras.
You do come up with some fucked up games. By the way, if your ratings crash, you just know, you know why.
Everybody's signing off right now.
We're gone.
I got one card. We're gonna let Shane go first.
Oh
here.
fuck!
We're gonna put your one card up.
I have to put one card. Huh?
One card up.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna go with. I can't use a kicker, so I'm gonna pick Neil Anderson.
Neil, and that's not a bad pick.
3,000
not a
yard
bad
rushing
pick.
seasons.
Yeah, that's not a
From
bad pick.
88 to 90, he had 3 rushing, 1,100, 1,200, and 1,000.
All right, I'm gonna go next.
Yep. My other one was Chip Lowmiller, by the way.
Wow.
He's a kicker.
I'm gonna go with Kansas City Chiefs safety Kevin Porter. Not because he's a great player, but because he probably has the all-time best-looking card ever in the history. What is he doing to this guy?
What the fuck?
What is he doing exactly?
Jesus.
I want to know what he
How
is.
do you?
I mean, did he have any say in that card?
I hope not.
Did he have any say in this card that
Because
He looks like he's humping the
he
guy's
is
leg.
humping this guy's
I-
leg,
I'm gonna-
and he
I'm gonna-
looks like he's 2 foot shorter than him.
well,
I'm just gonna go with that because I mean, granted, he had 85 tackles in '91, which is a good stat, but. I don't know. I just want to know what he's doing, and I want to know who number 82 on the Chargers is. If that's even the Chargers.
He didn't want his face in the picture.
yeah, right.
This could be Godzilla versus King Kong right here. This is how much bigger King Kong is I mean, Godzilla is the King Kong.
Thanks for bringing it around.
Yeah,
to
bring it
the movies.
around to the
Bring it
movies.
around to the movies. Well, I'm gonna have to pick.
Oh, dude,
this.
you win, dude.
Well, yeah, but not for good reasons. I got Herschel Walker. Okay, that was at the end. I was digging through. I got a lot of
Dude, you got some good fucking players in there.
But when you go and look at this guy, oh, by the way, how many draft picks did the Cowboys get for him? It fucking ruined football for how many years?
Couple years.
They got, 11 draft picks and stuff for Herschel Walker for trading him. And now we still have to hear from the Cowboy fans, even to this day, okay, because one fucking dude.
Dude, you could have won this contest with Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, I know, and I had Roman Pfeiffer,
Harbaugh
too.
was pretty good.
Yeah, no, dude, you know who my second star was?
I used to pick him in like Madden 3 or whatever.
Yeah,
You know who my second star was?
What?
Oilers, Bo Orlando.
Bo Orlando.
Who the fuck is that guy?
You'll have to tell me if any of these other guys are any good.
All right, so that was fun.
That was great.
Wayne wins that contest.
Yeah. Wayne
All
definitely
right,
won that.
this is gonna be really short right here.
Okay.
This is gonna be a list. Since it is football season, I already told you. Name your 3 favorite football movies. I'll go first, so it gives you a little time to think.
No, we actually Brian just did this on Facebook yesterday.
All right, so
he posted. So I have them already listed in my head.
so I'm gonna go from 3 to 1. 3 is a tough one for me.
Well, I'll do. Well, why don't we do 3, 3, 3?
Okay,
2,
we'll go
2,
3, 3, 3. All right. Number 1 and 2 is obvious for me.
I know which one is your number 1.
Yeah, it's
Probably the
obvious.
same as mine.
Number 3, man, I love Necessary Roughness.
It's a funny movie.
I'm gonna have to go with Necessary Roughness on this one.
Is it necessary or is it unnecessary roughness?
I think it's Necessary Roughness.
Is it?
I think. I don't know.
I don't remember. It's been a
I'll
long
look it
time.
up, but I think it's necessary.
That was a good movie.
The Texas State Armadillos, starring Sinbad.
Did you like the? You didn't like the Replacements with your boy Keanu?
No, we said that we mentioned that. Yes, but no, it was. I like that movie too, but I like the dance scene in that movie. I think that was one of
when
the-
they're all in the jail.
Yeah. All right. So number 3, Wayne. We'll go with you.
I'm going to go with Replacements.
Replacements.
All
Oh,
right.
excellent.
All right.
Excellent. My number 3, and this is going to be kind of weird for me, because obviously I'm not the biggest football fan. I don't know if it's obvious or not, but I'm just not the biggest football fan. I enjoy it from time to time, but not a huge fan. I like baseball more.
But it's movies.
This is movies, so I would have to say my 3rd favorite of all time would be The Program.
Yeah. Okay.
I love that movie, and it has one of the most, for me, cringeworthy scenes where he gets clipped at the knee and knee busts. I was like, that is just, when I saw that in the theater, I was like, oh, like I was an athlete at the time, like playing in college, and I was just like, oh my God, that like just ripped at me on the inside. All right, what's number 2?
Just to go back, it is Necessary Roughness.
It is Necessary
Yeah, it is. 91 it came out.
A long time ago.
Jeez.
Kathy Ireland, right? It's a kicker.
So I'm gonna throw.
Holy cow.
I'm
Before
gonna-
she started
Yeah.
talking right.
Yeah. I'm gonna go way off the charts on this one.
All right.
We were talking about this in the car, and my number 3 was a toss-up between Necessary Roughness and actually a very serious football movie called Brian's Song. And it's one of those dude movies where you're allowed
Everybody
to cry.
cries, yeah.
Yeah. But I got to go with Little Giants.
The Little Giants.
Because my watchability on that is up there with The Sandlot, probably, where I can probably watch that movie anytime that it comes out on TV.
I think everybody.
I own it on
to
DVD.
say number 1 with you.
I just love it. Rick Moranis, Al Bundy was in it.
Al Bundy.
You got the ice box. You
Ed
got
O'Neill,
Spike.
baby.
Spike don't play with girls. Like, oh, they're all like little 11, 12-year-old little kids, you know. Plus, it's Giants versus the Cowboys.
Yes,
Classic matchup right there. I mean,
So what's your second?
Oh, Christ. Once again, kind of shaky on the notes coming in.
this wasn't on the notes.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well,
you're good on this one. This is the top of the head.
off the cuff.
To think back. Oh man, the ratings are gonna crash. I'm gonna say Friday Night Lights.
All right.
Oh, all
No,
right.
that was a good movie.
I liked it. I like Friday
Yeah.
Night Lights. I mean,
Number 2?
as number 2 that I can think of. You know, when you said the cringe thing with the injury there, and I go back. Some people like, what was it? Any Given Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah.
When the fucking eyeball popped out.
Yeah,
Come
that
on,
was dumb.
really? That was
dumb.
just stupid.
Yeah.
Did you see the We Are Marshall?
No,
'Cause
I haven't yet.
That was a good movie.
That's
That was
on
Matthew
HBO,
McConaughey,
so-
and he
yeah,
did a really good
yeah.
job in playing the coach for that. And that's one of those sad movies
That's
too,
the one
because
with
that
the plane crash,
the
right?
whole team, like,
died.
yeah, the whole team died.
I haven't
and
seen that yet.
They came back. Yeah, it was good.
Okay. My number 2 movie is another comedy. This is The Waterboy.
I
The
told you that in the car.
Waterboy.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
that is my second favorite
Yeah.
of all time. I just love that. It's one of those movies that every time he fucking levels someone, I like jump out of my seat of excitement. Like I remember seeing that in the theater and being like, every time he get like, because the music, the way it builds up, and he's just like boom, and you're like, sit down, motherfucker! Like you just get all excited because like it's just like someone that you didn't expect to actually be able to do all this, but just gets that rage in him, and it's get me.
I think we argued about it on Facebook.
Yes,
the other
we did.
day, right?
Yeah,
Because I'm a big Adam Sandler fan, and that's not even my favorite Adam Sandler football movie. The Longest Yard is my favorite Adam Sandler football movie.
And he has another one too, The Last Boy Scout.
The Last Boy Scout.
Oh Jesus,
Yeah.
I forgot all about that one.
I'm gonna go number 1, which is really obvious,
Hands down.
and I think it's
Remember
a lot of
Remember the
people's
Titans.
number 1.
Remember the Titans.
Remember the
yeah.
Titans.
Without a
You
doubt.
can't get too much better than that movie. Just not even being a football movie, it's just a great movie. Denzel Washington is probably one of his best roles. It was a good story. I love it. I mean, I could probably quote the movie, and I love it.
You should quote
Yeah.
it. Why don't you sing? Why don't
No,
you sing
we'll
for
sing
us?
it. We've
Use
sung
your
it.
angelic voice.
Cause baby, ain't no mountain high enough.
Didn't we talk about that? How like they had like the same soundtrack as fucking Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes. Well, my kid watches Guardians of the Galaxy. He's like, yeah, some of this music's pretty good. I'm like, listen, you fuck. It's all classics. He's like, wow, what band's that, Dad? I'm like, all right, this is time for a backslap.
So what's your second? What's your favorite?
no.
Favorite? Your favorite?
Remember
the Titans as well.
absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Well, mine is bringing it full circle to a movie that we were talking about before, Jerry Maguire.
All right.
Because I love just that back and forth.
Tom
The
Cruise,
I like
yeah.
well, I like the
Tom Cruise.
I like the agent side of it, and then having Cuba Gooding Jr. as this like flamboyant athlete that kind of. You see a lot of athletes like that nowadays that kind of have that just spout at the mouth, like, you know. But he was more fun and playful, and just the relationship that formed between him and Tom Cruise, that was just, I loved it. I loved that movie.
One movie that I liked that was kind of football related, but kind of wasn't. It was on more on the betting side. It was One for the Money. Have you ever seen that one with Matthew? I think Matthew McConaughey.
Two for the Money. I
Two
believe
for
it
the
was,
money.
yeah.
There, two for
Oh,
the
Matthew
money.
McConaughey and
the betting
and
one.
Al
Yeah, the
Pacino.
betting
yes.
one.
Yeah,
That was a
that's
really
good.
good movie
Al
too.
Pacino.
But
Well,
that really
Did you like Draft Day?
No.
No, you
I didn't see it, but it doesn't look like anything I would like.
Did you?
I never saw it either.
I thought it was a pretty
I
good
like
movie.
Costner a lot, but
Costner did a good
he's
job.
come out with some movies lately in the last
he's
several
had
years that just been
some-
kind of
3 Days to Kill was it?
was terrible.
That
It
was
wasn't
god
good.
awful.
I mean, he was okay, but the movie itself was
Oh
bad.
man, they even put that hot blonde in there, and it still didn't make it any better. It's like, how do you add a hot blonde and the movie still?
right,
No,
so-
Draft Day was pretty good. Though.
So now that I've taken up 13 minutes of the 15,
Yeah.
you guys have any random rants and reviews?
I just want to kind of reach out here. What is your favorite snack? Soda, water, candy, popcorn, booze when you go to the theater? What is your go-to when you go to the theater? That's why I just want to know that. That's all I want to know. What's your go-to?
All right, so for me, it depends on what theater I'm at, and I can tell you right down the line of.
Go ahead, ramble off.
All right,
Because
so
it does matter.
IMAX Providence, 2 Long Islands, and a small popcorn.
2 Long Islands.
Yes, because they serve alcohol there.
Yeah.
It's 2 Long Islands.
I gotta
and,
go to this
and a small. And we will be. At
That's
the
where you're
Star
going to
Wars.
see Force Awakens
Yes.
at.
Okay,
There's a
I
full
didn't know
bar.
they
Full
had
bar.
it.
Yeah. So it's 2 Long Islands and a small popcorn, and I get them all together, and I make sure I drink that first one real quick, so I can get the other one and it's still cold while I'm drinking it.
All right.
If I go to Waterford, they have a chocolate covered caramel popcorn. It comes in like a cone kind of bag,
Really?
and it's like a gourmet kind of popcorn.
Wow.
And I get that, and I get water there. But then if I go to Niantic, it's popcorn all the way because they're known for their popcorn.
Yeah, they have kettle corn and regular popcorn.
And they got
right?
ices or slushies or whatever you want to call them. And I always get a slushie there.
All right. What about you? What is it? What's your go-to?
Popcorn, extra butter.
Yep, layered.
Okay, yes, you have to layer.
Have
you
to layer
just
popcorn.
don't dump a whole
Yeah.
shitload on the top. No. You get the large one, so they're scooping it in. You layer it out in the middle, then you put it on. fill it up and put it on the top, and of course the fucking wife has to put extra freaking salt on it.
No,
I'm like,
no, I don't like that extra
it's
salt.
like no salt needed. But Swedish fish
Oh, Swedish fish are
and dark chocolate raisinets.
Alright.
That's what I love. And
Alright.
but you have to have popcorn. I went
Yeah.
to a movie at Waterford, and the line was so long. I hadn't gotten tickets yet, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to get to the beginning of the movie and still have popcorn. I was not going to see the movie without popcorn. You have to have popcorn. Okay? It's almost like you have to watch Star Wars. It's un-American.
It's un-American.
It's un-American not to have popcorn.
Well, good thing I'm Canadian.
Or from Maine.
I'm
Or from
Australian.
Maine.
Well, it's just, right, yeah.
I'm just gonna pick a random
Okay,
country.
Justin Bieber.
If I had to go, I mean, if you talked to me 10 plus years ago, I was always having a little bit of booze with I bring a couple nips in, get a large soda, dump it in while you're watching, especially comedies and stuff like that. I did that back several years ago before kids.
Yeah.
Before kids.
BK.
And then after that, I mean, I used to drink soda by like the gallon all the time. This diet soda. I used to get a big, large diet soda, but I always would pee. I'd have to pee like halfway through the movie, and I'd always have to get up and run out and hope that I didn't miss anything important. I switched over to water. I have never had to pee during the movie since, which is great because I don't want to miss any of the movie. So now I get the large bottle of Dasani water.
Yep.
That's my go-to. Some of the theaters don't have it, which pisses me off, but I get a large bottle of Dasani water. I used to Swedish fish because that is I love Swedish fish. I can just
Can't
eat
go
those
wrong
all day.
there.
I just like the mouth texture that it has. I just love it. And the cherry, whatever kind of flavor that is awesome. The problem is at Madison they have the assorted Swedish fish, which are different colors.
See?
Now,
that's not good.
they ruined
Yeah,
it. They did
yeah,
a bad job.
yeah, you can't,
They
yeah.
messed it up.
Yeah.
But popcorn is, I would say, 70% of the time I get a popcorn.
Yeah.
I always get a small because I don't want to be eating throughout the whole movie.
Oh, I go medium sometimes.
Yeah,
If it's a longer movie, I'll go medium.
Yeah, I just like to eat at the beginning. I want to almost be done with it by the end of the previews.
Right, previews. Yeah.
So this way, there's
and then
no
you just
eating.
pick a little here and there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then as far as just like candy in general, everybody knows I like my Starburst minis.
He did that one episode. One
yeah,
episode.
yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
He did that. No, like not even joking. Like he goes like this. He goes.
You say you Starburst minis.
He goes Starburst minis. I just like chucking them in my mouth, and he's like this, and I just looked at him. I was like, "What are you doing right now?"
What's going on here?
So yeah, I love Starburst minis, and the other thing I've been getting a lot lately is fruit snacks, which are just it's basically
The
another,
Welch's.
Welch's
Welch's
fruit
fruit
snacks.
snack,
They got I like that. I can just pop those in like one after another and they're nice and quiet, so you don't have to you're not like the whole time.
I got a question. Who the fuck eats hummus at?
I
a
know.
movie theater? They serve it now.
They serve it?
Hummus.
What is that
carrots?
shit?
They got hummus. They got like turkey, pepperoni.
Oh, what?
All this crap
Tutti
food.
frutti
You
shit.
go into a movie,
They're gonna come out with
go to the movies and enjoy the fattening food that the movies. It's not a health thing when you
What
go to the
is
movies.
hummus? I only
It's
know it because of the
chickpeas.
fucking
Ground up
commercial.
chickpeas.
Chickpeas. That's it.
Chickpeas.
It's
ground up
just
chickpeas
and
with a couple of
spices.
spices. Yeah,
So what's chickpeas?
It's a little.
you can get them.
It's something that
get 'em in the
recently
bean
came
aisle.
out like 2 years ago.
You can get them in the bean aisle.
It's just it's a bean.
It's a bean.
It's a
Okay.
bean. Yeah.
It doesn't even look
got a lot
good
of
on
It's
TV.
not good.
It,
It's not good.
The commercials.
bad.
It doesn't look good.
I don't like it.
It's not bad. My
I
wife
don't
gets
like
it
it.
every once in a while. It's not bad.
And going back to the popcorn thing,
You'll shit your brains out though. That stuff is fucking.
I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried right
That's
now
okay.
that more movie theaters are going to start doing this, and I'm not happy about it. Putting self-service butter out.
No, really? They
Yes,
have that?
Buckland does that now, where you serve your own butter and your own popcorn. They think it's better, but it's not. You can't get in the middle.
Well, I will show you a little trick that people have been doing that I've been seeing. They get the tray, so that you have
they
like
dump some
they
out.
dumped it out
Oh.
and then they layer it themselves.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, we're no. Look, this is my
Especially
no
if
no.
you want to make
no.
sure you see all the previews.
This
you gotta
is
get in
my
there.
beef. They charge me $8 for my popcorn.
Do some.
I
fucking
want
work.
you to
Right.
work to get my popcorn to me.
Yeah.
Just don't give me a bag of popcorn. Go get your own fucking butter.
Yeah.
That's not what I
do,
want.
I don't do butter anymore. I can't. I just.
Oh, no, you
I
gotta
can't
have
do-
extra butter.
I don't do butter. I think
you gotta have extra butter.
Actually, on the thing of popcorn, If you really like it, there's a place over at Foxwoods in the outlet malls. There's a popcorn place there. That shit's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
at Foxwoods?
really good. Yeah, if you ever get over there and you're a popcorn fan.
I love popcorn.
Oh.
Yeah. That was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Do you have any random rants or anything that you recently watched and maybe
Not recently watched. I have an issue coming up. Well, I don't know. Like I've already said, I'm a Star Wars fan. Now, if you go back to A New Hope, Episode 4, Obi-Wan dies, sacrifices himself for.
Spoiler alert!
It was 1977, bitch. 1977. So he dies. Episode 4. The next trilogy comes out. Phantom Menace. Qui-Gon Jinn dies. Okay. Now we're redoing this. Okay.
You think Luke's
Now,
gonna die?
If Luke fucking Skywalker dies, I'm gonna be pissed. Now I was happy.
Would that
as shit.
would that be something that could actually hit you emotionally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would.
Because that's like totally fucking with childhood, right there.
When Disney bought out Lucasfilms for what, $4 billion, I was happy as a pig in shit, because that meant the Star Wars universe was going to continue on. Because George Lucas was done with it. Okay. Now they're gonna get their $4 billion back.
Yeah.
Okay. They got Rogue One coming out. That's gonna be, I guess, there's gonna be a teaser for that after the credits of Force Awakening.
Yep.
But
And a scene. They're gonna show a scene too.
Yep. So
You gotta
if Luke Skywalker, I mean,
You gotta remember
he's been
what-
a sacrificial lamb.
what is Disney known for doing?
I know.
Well, this will lead us right into something that Brad Neff actually threw out there. And he actually, I just posed, I said, I'm writing the show notes. If you have any questions just that you want us to have answered or anything like that, throw them in the comments. And he wrote, why does Disney seem to kill people in every movie? And that leads right into this. Like, and they do. I mean, and it obviously brings an emotional attachment to the movie. You kill somebody off, especially at the beginning, you're kind of like, oh, fuck. Like, or even at the end, you're just like, oh, I got attachment to that character, and it just sucks you into the movie. But it could piss a lot of people off.
I mean, I'm not saying, like, if you followed the books, and I only read some of them afterwards, the first main character to die in the books was Chewbacca.
Oh, really?
And that was way into the books.
Wow.
Way into the books. Now, I know we're, 20 years after Return of the Jedi, you know, and there's a lot of secrecy with it. But if you look at the pattern that was with George Lucas, someone died in the first episode.
Very true.
Okay, now, and it was always like a mentor. It was, and Luke Skywalker is the only true Jedi really left right at that point in time.
I might say something that might piss you off.
No, that's fine. I just hit Chad.
I think the person that's gonna die is Han Solo.
Han? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he's gonna be the first person to die. I think he's gonna, because he was always known as that kind of scoundrel and all that stuff.
Definitely.
But he came around. He's a good guy, but he still has that kind of he's got that.
Yeah, he's a gunslinger.
It's Han Solo. Like there's no other you can't really encapsulate what he is. But he's Han Solo.
With that scene, Chewie, we're home or we're back. Yeah. I mean, that was epic.
I have a feeling you're gonna see him almost take a grenade for a lot of people, not necessarily take a grenade, but on something of that that realm where he's going to sacrifice himself for the good of.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Well, like I said, secrecy, but the Rey character, pretty sure that's probably Han and Leia's daughter. Okay,
could be, yes. That's what they think.
Skywalker bloodline. Okay, I don't know where Finn jumps in on it. Okay, pretty sure he's not in any of the bloodline.
Yeah, he is supposedly. There was also talk that it could be Luke's daughter. That's who she could be. But the one that people, people have thought that more likely it's Leia and Han.
Because in the books they had twins actually.
Right. Yep.
Leia and Han.
And you have
this is me when you were doing the Looney Tune thing or whatever it was. So this is me just going back and forth.
Where does Barf Where does Barf come in?
Oh gosh.
Where does Barf come in?
Pizza the Hut.
Who's Barf?
Pizza the Hut.
You never seen Spaceballs?
Okay, yeah.
Lone Star. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
I have a feeling there's going to be some. It won't keep me from watching any of the other Star Wars movies, but I have a feeling they're going to kill someone off.
Yeah.
Been waiting so long to get this news.
And they like killing people.
They do.
Yeah, that's,
So-
And they're not
That-
scared.
that's
They're
my
not.
rant.
They're not scared to kill off like
big characters.
big
Yeah.
characters either.
Nope.
Man.
All right, so we don't really have enough time today for like forgive me for saying or anything like that, which I am planning on doing now that I'm almost back in my house. I am planning on doing a forgive me for saying, which is essentially where we give our honest opinions about popular opinions that we don't agree with.
I had a good one.
So like, yeah, if you want to do it, go ahead.
I thought he was going to ask me to apologize for something. I was like,
No.
Okay.
It's basically, you know, like,
And it doesn't have to do with movies or anything.
No.
It could be whatever you want.
yeah, like I like to keep it movie related.
Mine's not movie related.
What is it?
It's football related, of course.
What are you gonna say?
Leave Tom Brady alone.
Forgive him for saying, but leave Tom Brady alone.
Yeah, because I'm not a Tom Brady fan at all, and I don't like the guy at all. But I don't want to listen all season.
It's over.
Every single
It's
game
over.
where some. I mean, I know he's your boy, but
No,
Ben
whoa,
Roethlisberger.
whoa, whoa.
Ben,
I'm a
no, Ben
Steeler fan. He's on
Roethlisberger.
my FFL team.
All right. No, Ben Roethlisberger came out after the game. Oh, I think they were cheating. I think they were cheating. They weren't cheating at all. Like, they didn't do anything illegal at all. But it's just going to be every time the Patriots win a game, it's going to be that they're cheating. You know, leave it alone. Let it go. They won their case. They cheated once that everybody knows of.
And with that being said, I'm going to say forgive me for saying, but you will see another on the Cinebros, the Movie House Maniacs on our YouTube channel. You will see another YouTube clip coming out probably in the next several days with our friend Brian here, who is dressed up as the Undertaker. And we've actually thought about renaming the Undertaker and call him the Blundertaker. But he comes in and he is very anti-Patriots and very anti their cheating ways and hates Belichick, hates Brady. And we filmed some stuff like him walking around in a graveyard, and we posted a couple things. It was pretty fun. It was fun, I think, and it was done more in the tune of humor.
Yeah.
Like we were doing it kind of as a fun, like a dark, funny like thing. And I thought it was hilarious. He thought it was hilarious. Several people thought it was hilarious. Some people thought it was awful. But then whatever. It was a lot of fun to do.
Well, now that the football season's started up, I think we're going to hear less and less of that every week.
I don't think so.
I don't know. It's just
The first
we've
time
got games.
the first time the Patriots lose on the road is going to be the worst week ever. Because everybody's gonna talk about how they're not at home, so they can't win. Blah blah blah. They can't cheat. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm sick of it.
And
all.
you know me. I don't
know.
like the Patriots at all.
I don't
and I
either.
work for the Patriots.
I know. You
And
work
I
for
can't
Kraft.
stand them. I can't stand to fucking watch them play the game.
I just can't stand.
Well, I can now because Tom Brady is my quarterback.
Yeah, fuck you, fucking bitch.
Did you guys
Puts up
make a
a
trade?
second quarterback in the 4th round just to fucking cock block me, you prick.
Starting quarterback Tom Brady.
Well,
All right. We are going to wrap this up. We're going to wrap this up.
I don't get a forgive me for saying.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Forgive me for saying Anna Kendrick.
Oh my God.
She's just not that good in bed, Chad. As much as you think, she's not that good in bed. You're not missing anything, buddy. We'll wrap
what
it
we're
up
gonna
there. Oh my God, she's hot.
Woo! All right, so where can people find you, Chad?
Steamy right now.
Where can people find you on the interwebs?
You said it earlier. DJ Dizzle 82 on Twitter, on Instagram, and I believe on Facebook. On Snapchat, I am Sir Chadwick 82, and Periscope I kind of gave up on, so don't even bother with that. Snapchat though.
Well, there goes that advertising.
Yeah.
All right, Wayne, where can people find you?
Let's
In the mailbox.
Go, yeah.
The Spot
I'm gonna put it up
Cafe, Rose's Cantina,
Any of the local
Foxwoods
bars.
Poker Room. That's about it. Yeah, okay.
Excellent.
There's no social.
No social.
No social media.
I have a real problem with.
We'll
social.
flash his
I
phone
don't see
number
much
right
coming.
here.
Fuck you,
We'll flash his phone
bitch.
number right here. Text him.
Okay.
He loves getting texts.
He likes getting Texas.
Sex.
Oh, hey.
I do that all the time. So
All right. So you can find me everywhere at the Cinebros, like on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything at the Cinebros. You can also find us at the Movie House Maniacs on YouTube. That's youtube.com/the Movie House Maniacs. And we do these shows, we do reviews, we do all this kind of stuff. Chad's writing or something, or he's writing his number. I bet you he's writing his number.
No.
His address?
No.
Pen pal?
No, just go on with what you're doing.
All right, and that's pretty much it, though. That's it. We're gonna be wrapping this shit up.
Wrapping it up.
Wrapping this shit up. Are you gonna write an angry letter to Brandon?
No.
Cinebros, Batman.
The Cinebros.
And then as I'm leaving, I was gonna Batman.
It's not in the camera. You gotta
Batman. And then watch this.
Poink.
All right, everybody. We'll guys see you guys in a couple weeks, and in the meantime, have fun at the movies.
If you watch the show on YouTube, please click that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you watched on iTunes, please rate and review us. And thank you for watching.